right, we back. My expert opinion, the greatest show in the
world.
See, everybody's supposed to do it. I can tell y'all to watch the show. So we're gonna do this one more time. My expert opinion, the greatest show in the world.
Fire.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's how it is. Hit that like, hit that share, let everybody know you in here. Don't cost you no paper unless you's a mother.
Hater.
Ah. Should I turn it
No
off?
beatbox?
Champ? Word, no remix.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it one more time.
One more time.
Don't cost you no paper unless you're a mother hater.
Oh shit, let's go, champ.
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm seeing it.
Yo, don't be a hater. Hit the subscribe button, you heard?
Even though Champ is giving you theme music right now.
If you want to catch these episodes before they come out, because you know I'm going to clip this up into like 100 different clips, and you'll be waiting forever. So you might as well just join the members. So it's a good time. It's a good time. Right now, the members are watching like 5 unreleased episodes nobody knows about.
Is that why I couldn't find them when I tried to show people?
Yeah, probably was.
Fucking awful.
You should call my phone sometimes, man.
You should answer. You should answer when I do. Nah, nothing.
I heard you was out last night.
A little something working.
Being a thought.
You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. That's pure cap. But I was working.
Right.
Putting together a couple of joints and doing a few things for the future. It's looking good. It's looking good. Trying to get like you when I grow up. Stay all night in the studio and then stay up all day.
You know that's what I'm doing right now.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
It's not big.
You should stop that.
Nah. You sleep when you die, buddy.
You keep this up, you'll die faster.
You okay? You all right? You sure?
Yeah.
I feel like I need to give you a hug.
You should.
Come on.
Love, hugs.
We'll be all right.
Black love in the building.
Okay. Chastity tried to bite a curling iron earlier today. Shit, crazy.
Still look cute though.
Shout out to everybody in the building. Splat Murder.
What's up, Hoffa?
What we talking about?
You know, wildfires in America.
Yeah, it's wild right now.
Wild right
Wildfires in Canada.
Canada, but that smoke came over here. It's kind of crazy in America.
I feel like there's a giant Snoop Dogg somewhere just moving around crazy. It's wild. All the smoke outside. My daughter said to me yesterday, she was like, "Daddy, did God pee in the sky?" What's that? Like, no, because it's yellow. The whole sky is yellow. I was like,
She asked you if God peed in the sky.
It's kids, you know.
Yeah, kids.
Champ.
What's good, man?
What it is, man?
Everything's good, man. I'm happy. I'm blessed to be home, be free, not behind the wall, around a bunch of men. Around here.
Just in a barbershop.
Beautiful people. You know what I'm saying? And on Sunday, I'm going to see my mom. So I'm about to catch another flight. I just want to have a good night. You heard? I just want to have a good night. Hold up.
You guys sound good.
Thank you.
Beautiful young lady sitting across from me. She's been on a grind. You know, usually people think that, you know, if you have a family member that's been in the industry, it's like easy pass. She's had her own struggles. She's grown a lot. We're gonna talk about that tonight. We got the Queen of Boston. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm blessed.
What you got on your feet?
Some furry, fuzzy boots, nice and comfortable, you know.
Oh, those look nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I need a black pair.
It's disgusting.
Don't do it, bro.
What?
Is she the reason everybody's talking all soft in here? Y'all don't
I'm talking like this because I've been up for 48 hours. What's the rest of y'all?
Y'all don't
Listen,
sound
man,
like this.
listen,
Everybody
man, I'm
talking all
like
soft
this
and
because,
gentle.
You know what I'm saying? The I mean you heard is in
They're
the
being
building,
gentlemen.
So.
No, they're being frost. This is not how they sound.
Rico Suave, man.
being-
You
This is not how
gotta
they
be,
sound. Also, well, I just like to.
No, my
Can I
man
offer
Champ
you a
got on a
drink?
Barry White voice.
you gotta
Yeah,
be
for real.
What
tranquilo.
was the niggas with the hoodies that wanted to Yo, I'm supposed to that. Yo, what's up, my nigga? Welcome to the show.
I ain't tell you to do all it.
You gotta show your
What's wrong
softer
with you,
side,
bro?
man.
How did you talk to Remy Ma when she was here?
That's the homie.
How did you talk to Rod Digger when she was here?
That's your homie.
And this is also my homie.
All right, cool. All right, so how am I talking?
So turn the tone up. Stop. All right, cool.
Yo, I'm.
You sound like Prince. You sound like Prince with a
Do you
record.
get this a lot,
It's me.
like interviews?
No, I don't do a lot of interviews. I haven't done a lot of interviews yet. I feel like my fans, that's one thing I'm working on this year. My main goal is to really tap into my fans and just tell my story. With my album dropping, I get real vulnerable and tap into
What's the name of your album?
Coi.
Coi.
Boy.
Yeah.
Exactly how she's got everybody acting in here right now. Coi.
Boy, there it is.
So what? That's good. I feel like that's good energy. I feel very, it just feels like a safe place.
Sounds like
Yeah,
it's a
Yeah.
verb.
Haters.
Cool
I don't
is a
think I would
verb.
want it any other way. If you guys came a little aggressive, I'd probably be like, whoa.
You're like, I'm
You
out of
def-
here.
Yeah, I
you
feel like it's
definitely-
very very soft and just chill. I like it.
Safe, I'm with. Soft, I'm like.
It's a soft,
I'll be
safe
quiet.
place.
I'll be quiet.
Gotta tap into that koi side, bro.
No, I don't.
You heard?
No, I
It's
don't.
just-
It's a verb.
Man can't
It's a
wait to
verb.
be an asshole. Go ahead, bro.
Why
Set
would
it
I
off.
ever need
Set
to?
it
Why
off.
would I ever need to be that?
You
I'm
from
just
Southside
saying,
Jamaica,
yes,
Queens, bro.
What does that have to do with being an asshole?
Onyx, Slam, throw your guns.
You went all the way back there to be an Couldn't be Tribe Called Quest. They're not assholes. Run
Definitely.
DMC. I can keep going. I'll stop. Coi, how you holding?
I feel good.
How was the spot last night?
I had a great time. I got lit. with my
Where you was
team.
at?
Where was we? Tuesdays.
Tuesday.
Nebula.
Oh, Nebula. Nebula be lit.
Thank you.
That's a movie out in that club right there. I like Nebula.
Nebula. We went there for French's joint, right?
That's a fact, yeah.
Yeah.
French and Flex, yeah.
So when people see you, are they like, oh, yo, I know your dad?
So yeah, but like no. Yeah. It'd be like it comes and goes though. It'd be like OGs more so.
Right.
Not like young kids. Yeah. But it'd be like love. They'd be like, yo, I know your pop, like, on some love shit. So but it's like here and there. It's not something I get all the time though.
How involved is he in your career?
No one's involved in my career besides my team, As far as my team, no one's involved at all. It's just me, D. It's over there. D Bly. It was his birthday yesterday. Happy birthday.
Oh,
birthday.
Happy belated.
Disrespect.
Happy belated.
Yeah.
Happy belated.
We didn't say nothing yesterday. It's wild disrespectful. I got you like a slice of pizza with a candle on it or something. Happy birthday, King. Salute.
And then Saint over there, he's the one who even changed my life. Me, D, Saint, he's the one who brought us to Republic and signed my deal and discovered me. So I, Neat, my best friend, she's not here right now. She's in Newark, her mom. Every time we come on the East Coast, we try to spend more time with our family. But she's my videographer. She shot my very first video. And I've been on my own since I was 16. So like, I would say my biggest support system is my mom, for sure. Because I'm the only girl. I grew up with all boys. I got 5 brothers in total. So, me and my mom's relationship's different. Like,
Are they older brothers?
yeah, so 3 of them older, 2 of them younger.
Oh, so you had like a little goon squad that you
Yeah.
just sick on people.
Nah.
Goombas.
Yeah.
I leave my brothers. I love my brothers. I want them in no trouble, I make enough money to hire some good security. Kev, he make it, you know what I mean?
Right, right. But that's now.
No, that's not
But when
for
you
sure.
was growing up.
Nah, they looked out for me all the time.
Right.
Yeah, I was with them. I really didn't. I was with them until I wasn't. Until everybody had to kind of separate and every man for themselves. But nah, my brothers taught me everything.
Why? Why every man for himself? Why separate?
Because things changed, you know, life was different. So a lot of people don't understand this, and you know, to educate you guys, I'm 26. I just turned 26 in May. I was born in '97,
May what?
May 11th.
May 16th.
Oh, period, you're a Taurus. Gang.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, my father, he, you know, he had the Source magazine and was doing very well for himself, and held the family down, and it was good. I would say I remember enough as a kid, you know. I was up until like 9 years old. That was when I kind of like, but still till 9, you don't like you don't really know so much. I would say at 9 is when you kind of start understanding life. So around those times is when I kind of just, my mom and my dad separated when I was 9, and my mom took me and my 3 brothers, Monty, Kwame, and Taj, and my dad went to Miami, and that was when, you know, we had to just make life adjustments.
Right.
And
Were you a daddy's girl?
nah, I was a mama's girl.
Mama's girl?
Yeah, you don't listen, I just said that.
Okay.
I just said my biggest support system was my
Is
mom.
your mother,
Yeah, I'm
right.
the only girl. It had to be that way.
But
I always grew up around boys. I wanted it, you know, I wanted my mom right next to me.
doesn't mean you didn't miss your dad.
I mean, you know, he was working. I mean, one thing I could say is being in this industry now, you feel me? Even though my father and me have a relationship that I would, that any daughter would want, I would say, or any normal, he was working, you know? And to be in this shit now, like I can only imagine what he was going through then. As a child, you know, growing up, no one really sat down and taught me and like completely helped me understand or even at all on how things were the way they were and why. So that's where a lot of resentment and anger came from. But, you know, him being busy, he didn't have time to do, you know, a lot of fatherly things. But one thing I do know, he always smelled good. He was a hustler. He was the cleanest person in the world. He'll make sure the house is always spotless. Like, you'll have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning if you come home. He don't give a fuck if you sleep or whatever. Like, you got to clean. He makes sure we good, you know, give us Christmas money, clothes, like, as much as he could, you know, as much as he could. Nobody knew how and how things were gonna end, but he did the best that I would say he could.
So he's more of a provider
Yeah.
than anything.
What do you value more? Do you value more the time that you can have with your dad or the financial aspect?
Well, back then, I of course I would value the time. I would love to have, you know, still to this day, a great, beautiful relationship with my father, and I hope, you know, that we do be able to have that, and I know we will. But I didn't understand, and yeah, like I that's exactly what I wanted, you know. And even then, it was just like guidance, and you know, I had sex at a young age. I was out in the streets, 13. When we separated, it was like we had to figure it out, you know. And
How old were you when you lost Virginia?
I was like 14.
Damn, you was outside.
Yeah, I was.
Jeez.
Easy,
Nah,
That don't mean that.
I was outside. I don't give
She
a
was
fuck. I was outside.
Yeah,
I
she was
mean,
outside.
you know, I experienced. You know, I had my first job when I was, you know, 15, 16. I was selling drugs. I was 17, 18. I was working real from supermarkets to Palermo's bakeries to all kinds of jobs, and you know, I at the end of the day, shit happens, right? And it's like I call myself Hannah Montana because it's like the best of both worlds. That's what I would look at. That was like how I looked at it, right? As a kid, like, because I was into Disney Channel, love cartoons, and you know, Hannah Montana had that lifestyle to where when, you know, it was star, but then, you know, trendy, and I guess it was just more of the fact that I don't know, like shit just happened the way it is.
I think that, like, in a situation like yours, I kind of went through that kind of situation myself growing up. So not on the star aspect though, but having it where you know, you're outside or whatever the case may be, like it starts somewhere. So a lot of times we don't understand that, like people from the outside looking in, right? It's just a process that you're going through. You're trying to figure things out. So myself, that term outside, it has like a negative connotation to it, but people don't understand the root of it.
Right.
The root of why you're there.
Yeah.
And it starts in the home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
1000%. But I mean, everything that I went through definitely made me who I am, you know? I mean, at the end of the day, I also realized being in this industry, you can have it today and it really could be gone tomorrow. And the hardest thing is maintaining it. It's not about how you get it, it's how you maintain. And you know, also too, relationships is key. You know, you don't want to, you know, you never know when you might need somebody, you know. Like I realized a lot of the stuff, like I walked in here, I knew it was what I was into, and I know I never even had this conversation before. You know, I could have said, I want this amount of money, you know what I mean? And it's, you know, or I'm not coming at all, but just out of the respect of like, I respect everything that you guys are doing, and I hope that you guys will, you know, so far I feel very comfortable, but at the end of the day, it's like, listen, now this shit is so real, and it's like, you know, I sat with Busta, and I'm grateful to have so many legends be able to put me on this game, but shit, they say it was a jungle, and shit was crazy, and to be 26 and I've been 4 years signed, and to see so much shit happen, it is toxic. Like, it's times where I felt probably lowest of my lowest. It's times where, you know, even still to this day, like my family, you know, I gotta be there for my family. I wanna make sure everybody's good. You know.
Do you find yourself in that same position of being a provider, but not being able to give the time?
Hell yeah. I mean, you know, our parents went through shit, so we don't have to go through it. So, you know, I could look through my father and my mother's situations, because my mother's not too, you know what I'm saying, perfect neither. You know, we all not perfect. And at the end of the day, like, it made me who I am today. Like, that's just all I can say. Like,
that's where the forgiveness comes in at. Because for me, I was angry for a long time that my pops isn't around. And then at some point in my life, I was like, you know what? My pops is in my life. I might not be who I am. And I like who I am. So this was my path. I accepted. I'm happy for it. And I forgave him.
I mean, I forgive my father. I don't knock him at all. Like I said, still as I get older, and turn into a young woman, you gotta realize, like, you have to forgive. And I love him. Like, he's my father at the end of the day. Like, you know, people wake up and he's dying every day these days. You never know, you know? So I'm grateful. And at the end of the day, I still learned a lot. You know, I got that hustle that I have, and that drive that I have is in my blood. Like, not only that, but I'm really nice when it comes to music and the mic, and very musically inclined. I'm a genius. I always say, like, I don't know my fucking IQ, but I know it gotta be crazy. I dropped out 9th grade, but like, listen, I'm a genius. And I feel like that travels through my blood. You know, I'm breaking generational curses. So, you know, what he went through, I don't have to go through it. All I gotta do is learn from it. You know what I mean? And be able to continue to just, you know, make the best out of it, move with positivity. I just want to move with positivity, and I want to be able to have kids and be able to teach them and show them, and also for them to have a grandfather and a grandmother. So, you know, this is real life shit, and that's why I wanted to come here, because I don't have these real life conversations, and there's a lot of young women out there that also have, you know, even in the music industry, like I see it, you know, that are in my age group, even a couple years younger, that got fathers in the music industry that, who knows, like, still going through it. It's still new stars being created. So I just feel like, you know, and also to be able to make people understand, like, I'm very well woke. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so woke. And a lot of people don't understand that.
Was his absence the reason why you was running around at an early age outside?
Say it again?
Was your pop's absence the reason why you was running around at an early age outside?
I mean, my mom was working at the bar. It was my mom and my dad. My mom was working at the bar. My dad lived in Miami. She was working from like 3 to 1. So, you know, I'll go to school and come home and be outside. And then at that point, after like a certain age, you know, you want to you want more. You know, you're still, and then I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I had a mint coat one time, and now I don't have it. Like, why did I even have it in the first place? And
Right.
why the fuck was it gone?
Gone.
All right, so I gotta separate myself and kind of just go figure this shit called life out, cause I'm a little confused and it just don't really shit not making sense. So
Right.
at 16, like I had my mom sign me out of high school because I found a job that in sales. So after working in Dunkin' Donuts and all kinds of shit, I found a job in sales. And you know, I was good and had good grades. I was smoking weed, and I even moved with my dad for a year in Atlanta. You know, and
How did that go?
he was on Love and Hip Hop at the time.
Oh.
You know, me
So
and
he was
Ty-
still working a lot.
Yeah, he's still working. You know, my dad is a hustler. Like he wouldn't be him if he wasn't fucking working. You know,
Right.
so I didn't expect nothing more, nothing less. I thought it was dope that you know, let's try it for once to live with pops. You know, and it was cool. And I'm not gonna lie. Listen, we had our differences, but Campbell High School was the best fucking high school years of my entire life. Like, oh my God, I was having so much fun in Atlanta. And yeah, but you know, I'm a mama's girl. You know, my mother's gonna tell me about everything. You know, she makes it a safe place, and she's a female, so she understands the woman's body, she understands emotion, she understands just every single thing when it comes to a woman. So that's my go-to. You know, I'm sorry, like, and she's never the judgment type, and my mom was also the type to wear sneakers and never gave a fuck. Her confidence was on 10, so like, you know, I had that relationship with her on that level of just like her, you know, my best friend, my mom, like, so I ended up going back with my mom, me and Taj. And when I went back, you know, listen, this shit is not, there's no money here, you feel me? Like, but, you know, my mother needed also, I felt like I also was on her ass too, because I'm like, nigga, what are you gonna do? Like,
Right.
I'm looking at you like, now what?
Right.
The
What's
fuck?
next?
What's next? Like,
Right.
you know, what's the plan? You know, but my mother and father been together for like 10 years. And, you know, I never see my mom like intimate and my father intimate. Like, they ain't kiss.
No PDA.
Nah, they
all
was, I probably caught them like one time while like, they ain't never was like intimate or anything like that. So, but they was together for a long time. You know, my father took my two oldest brothers, and before me and Taj, they know more than me.
Right.
But-
What would you say was your best memory?
My best memory was
Growing up with your dad and your mom together.
seeing my father's closet with like mad Adidas and like, yeah, like,
That's your best memory?
nah, I'm
Like-
telling you, yeah, not because you gotta understand everything has a meaning. Like, my father was loyal, and he was like one of them people, like, I'm like, yo, why you don't got no Nikes, no Jordans? He's like, nigga, I'm not wearing none of that shit. You don't, I'm not like the rest. I'm wearing Adidas. He had fucking snake skin shit. Yo, he had shit that I've never seen still to this day before. That probably like talking crazy collection. And
3 Stripe Killers.
yeah, he was, you know, I thought that was so dope because he was like, he didn't, you know, I'm like, why you not wearing Jordans? There's so many fly Jordans. He's
That's
like,
what
nigga, I
I be
don't
saying
do
to
what
Mac, bro.
they do.
Everybody doing.
Right.
You know, so I
Don't
just,
start,
you know,
love.
those
Don't.
moments to me were the best moments because I fed, like, that shit is who I am. Like, that confidence and all those moments where they be like, you know, even with my mom, you know, we lived right around the corner from Ja Rule, and Brittany was my best friend, still my best friend, and, you know, we got Aisha was outside with my mom, but, you know, they'll wear the heels and all kinds of shit when they was together and shit. At the time in Upper Saddle River, and my mom still was wearing shell toes, no nothing, and she would still tell me, like, I'm like, why you not wearing heels? She's like, I'm gonna do what I wanna do. Like, those moments was like, yo, okay, y'all really just so in yourselves. Like, I love that shit. And then
The confidence.
the confidence.
Asserting themselves.
Yeah, and then even the waking up in the middle of the night having to clean the house, like tired as hell, or, you know, I remember even having a studio in the house, you know what I mean? And just going downstairs and it's like, every mad niggas in the studio, they blasting music, and I'm like, damn, this shit is lit. Like, I don't know, they having so much fun. Like, I wish I could be in there, but my father ain't never let me be around the smoke neither. Like, that was one thing. He was always on some daddy shit. Like he ain't understand me, but he still was like, nah, I don't want you wearing tight jeans. You feel me? Nah, I don't want you around the smoke. Nah, I don't want you wearing makeup. You know, I remember I had like some eyeshadow off. That nigga came and swiped my eye like, what the fuck are you doing? He was like, take this shit off. Like, he's like, you don't need that, you know? So definitely, I knew I was beautiful because definitely, I didn't need none of that stuff. I was one of the boys. You know, go put the sweatpants and the jeans on and go put your hair back, no makeup, and go be with your brothers and do.
So one of the main character traits you got from both of them was confidence.
Confidence. And those are the best moments I shared so many times in confidence. Like,
No
smell like
birthdays.
Sean John cologne. I mean, nah, no birthdays. We got some money. But he was busy, you know?
See, what I'm hearing is that now you understand it. Now
Yeah, I mean,
think
I could say I'm still healing.
Sure,
right? I'm
sure.
still healing, but I understand.
But
you
it
know?
comes with a different level of
But that's how
appreciation
you-
when you're going through it.
And that's how you forgive. I mean, no. I mean, you got to kind of look at it on a positive level. It's like, all
Would
right.
you be here?
You know, would I be here? And, you know, like, I wouldn't, you know?
Right.
And then also, too, I'm thankful for the struggle that we went through, nigga. Like, me and my mom, my brothers, and been through evictions and all kinds of shit, bro. Like, all kinds of shit. And I done sold dope, you know what I mean? And it's not like I was picking up clients, but I had a phone. And the phone came with the
Shit was
numbers.
jumping?
And that's all I had to do is keep the phone, you know what I'm saying, alive, nigga. And I knew how to do that. And I'm grateful because that's why I'm street smart. That's why I'm able to sit and have these type of conversations. And it's crazy because, you know, I could make these pop songs and be so, you know, I'm a brand and carry myself and be this fucking high fashion model. Like I'm about to go shoot with Saint Laurent in Germany in a couple days. Like, you know what I mean?
Shout out to you for
You know, yeah, thank you. So I just feel like everything I went through made me who I am today. And I am not afraid to admit that. Like, and say, like, you know, no, I don't agree with how he went with, you know, not mentally being there for me and emotionally growing up. But I could say being on my own and dealing with the, you know, and having the people that I've, you know, grown up and surrounded, even just having a great team and the support that I have, like, I got the information that I needed to get me this far. And me and him still not finished yet.
Right.
So it's so much more information
be
that I
done.
gotta obtain and I'm gonna obtain, and I can't wait to get it. And, you know, I can't wait to sit down and have these conversations, and God's timing is always the right timing. Because now we could sit down, you know, and have conversations about the source, you know. Hopefully, you know, without anybody getting upset or anything, you know what I mean? Because, you know, our passion,
Right.
we can get passionate, right? So, you know, but yeah, I know we'll be able to sit down, talk about the source, talk about niggas, and talk about, you know what I mean? I smoke my blunt, pass it to him or whatever it is, and just have a real conversation, because I'm an adult. You know what I'm saying? I am an adult.
Absolutely.
I am an adult.
Right.
You know, I'm ready to have kids and be in it, like, you know what I mean?
Do y'all call each other like when y'all making headlines?
Nah, we haven't spoken in a while. Recently, we just spoke. He told me he was proud of me.
I could tell.
Hell yeah, I feel like I know he's proud of me because I'm proving myself every step of the way. And like, I got this tattoo, right? It says, not all those who wander are lost. So like, this is my first tattoo I got when I was 16, and it was a quote. And I found this fucking quote, but it stuck to me because, like, you know, just because even just now, you know, he don't like the twerking, even the weed, he ain't like, as if I'm drinking the boys, the makeup, the sex appeal, and all that fly shit that I do. You don't like it, but
Yeah, dads are not gonna.
Dad's not gonna like it, but I'm not lost. I'm going through my life, having fun, but I'm very wise. I have a very wise head on my shoulders, and I feel like, you know, they done something right. You know what I mean? That means they done something right. Like, I'll give my parents really proud of them, I would say, because I'm proud of me.
Right.
And I turned out, like, really well.
But you
know?
get that there are a bunch of things that you went through that in his mind, he was shielding you from. And if he had it his way, you wouldn't have went through any of that stuff. Selling drugs, being evicted, being in the streets.
Yeah,
These are all
that's
things
like a stab in the heart for a dad. Like, oh,
Right,
you're
it is.
doing what?
It is.
Oh my God, what
It
I
is.
do? You know what I mean?
and you're the same age he was when he was going through it. You think about when the source started and when all that stuff started up, the money's coming in.
Right.
Here come all the phone calls. Here comes all the access
Right.
to all the worldly things you could ask
Bro,
for.
I just want to take a second to say, listen, no matter what type of success that you're reaching in your life, never, ever, ever put it before your family. Family's always first. Always first.
That's easy to say until a perspective is I'm doing this for my family.
Yeah, I mean that's. But
I mean,
that's,
we were just having a conversation about that, and you know, shout out to Master P. You know, he touched up on how, like, you know, we don't know what they've been through. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like my pop's era in the '90s and what they went through, we don't know. Like even my grandfather Schnapps, and you know, rest in peace, my grandmother, and you know, I don't know what he went through
right.
for him to not be able to give me what was missing. So you can't kind of like, I mean, it is great advice, but at the same time, it's like, we don't know they struggle, right?
Right.
So we can't determine their journey and their destiny because we don't really know what someone else is really going
True.
through.
But-
And Charlemagne also said it ain't what he say, it ain't a trauma Olympics.
Yeah.
Right? So,
But for us, I feel like we're the upgrades. So we're supposed to be able to, Mom, Dad, y'all messed up there. I'm gonna fix that.
yeah, that's how I felt. And I said the same thing, but at the same time, life don't work that way. You know? We supposed to be fucking, you know, this racism shit is supposed to be dead. Nigga. Black men should be walking freely in these streets without no problems, but it doesn't work that way, right?
Right.
So life don't work that way. We don't know what these people went through and how to determine they struggle and how they gained information or even how their IQ is, you know, for them to even maintain it, right? All we can do is say, you know, at the end of the day, life is what you make it, right? And when you turn a certain age, you know right from wrong.
Right.
We know the basics in school. They started in kindergarten, right? It's important to have these conversations to let kids know early. The mental health starts early. The forgiveness has to start early. You know what I mean? Whether if something's missing or if the parent, if you're supposed to, if you know, that's like saying my dad was supposed to learn from his pops, who knew how schnapps. You know what I mean? Well, if you know, you know. Schnapps went
Schnapps
through
is
some
a G.
shit.
Snaps is a G.
Yeah, that's a
You know what I
fact.
mean?
G.
That's a
Yeah.
fact.
So
How's he doing?
he's great. I speak to Grandpa every single day.
You see how that works? That's
Every
crazy.
single day.
Like my grandma, like I learned about
he's-
my pops through my grandmother. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
me too. Yep.
Yeah, me too. Oh, you did?
Yep. My
Period.
grandmother. Yep.
Yeah.
Because they're like, they get like, you know, they're like, I don't know, they're so wise and sweet, and I just feel like they have more time and patience to go ahead and
Because
Kinda tell
they've
us.
seen how the movie ends. They already know what's about to happen.
what's that supposed to mean?
I told my father one time, "You old, I'm young. I think quicker than you." And I thought that was some slick shit to say, and then he started laughing at me. And when I say laughed at me, I mean like he had like took his glasses off, was wiping the tears out of his eyes. And I said, "What's so
This
funny?"
little nigga here.
It was that attitude. And I came stomping back in the room because I was actually having an issue working at the source. I was having like a bunch of issues, and he would always walk
How old
me,
were you?
maybe a little younger than you are now.
For real? Like what, 20?
I started at the source as a teenager. I started as an intern. I wasn't old enough to have the internship. And I dealt with your pops plenty of times when I was having a bunch of issues trying to figure out what I needed to do next. My pops was always the one who I would go to and be like, fuck, blah, 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 blah. And he, I said that line to him because he was frustrated. He was trying to make me figure it out. I never wanted to figure it out because I always knew Just by looking at his face, he knew what I was supposed to do. He had the answer. He just wouldn't tell me. And that shit used to piss me off. And I'm like, yo, I don't have time for this. Tell me. I said, you know what? Forget it. I got it. He said, what you gonna do? I said, don't worry about it. You old. I'm young. I think quicker. I'll figure it out. I walked off. He was in the other room bawling, laughing. I walked back in. What's so funny? He said, no. You right. You right. You young. You think quick. I'm grown. I see it coming. Which one would you rather be, me or you? I sat down and figured it out with him because he was right. He does see it coming. They all see it coming. Your grandparents, your father, your mother, him as a father, they see it coming. They know it's foresight. It's not living through experience. It's living off of experience. They're old enough to know that some things just don't change. The scene changes, the characters don't. Your father saw a lot come and go. I think about when you were with him in Atlanta, that would have been the time for him to sit and talk to you and walk you through, all right, listen, here's why this is happening. When he wiped the mascara off his face, here's why I'm doing it. When he shooed you out the studio, catch you later on. Baby girl, have a seat. Here's why I didn't want you in the studio.
But it didn't work that way.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right.
So that's, at the end of the day, listen, I was born in 97, right? So what happened when I was not old enough to understand or there or aware, I'm not in control, right? But at the same time, I get it. It was times we could have sat down and had conversations, and I felt that way, but it's not too late.
Right.
Yeah, it's not.
Because I'm very successful. I'm a fucking millionaire.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, we gonna clap that up.
We clap for that?
That's a fact.
From Dunkin' Donuts to selling dope to $1 million, yeah, we gonna clap that up.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
He and again, like maybe that's what I and money ain't everything. I ain't gonna make this about money, but listen, the times where he was hustling and couldn't sit down, I don't sit down. The only difference is I'm able to make time because I learned from him.
Right. Lessons.
And I'm able to say, okay, I'm gonna make sure I call, I'm tapped in with my God, and heavy with my spirituality. I'm gonna make sure I call grandpa every day. I'm gonna make sure that I'm calling my mom every day. I'm gonna make sure, my brother, I speak to my brother every day. He just texts me like, yo, Metro, he's going crazy about this Spider-Man shit. My and Taj just text me, both of them just text me. My support system is crazy. Nigga, I would not be where I am because one thing I'm gonna tell you straight up, my mother was on disability, okay? And she was working at the bar. Her hustle was different. My mother grew up different as well. And also, too, my mom was born in jail. My mother also sold drugs at a young age. My mom also went through some shit. So I don't blame her for, not being able to have the same hustle like my fucking father. Right. But at the same time, nigga, that hustle, that shit I learned. That's the shit that sat with me. What if it was the fucking advice on these niggas? That's the shit that sat with me. Now, luckily, I'm so smart and I got a great mother to teach me about these niggas. Luckily, within my time, I have technology to teach me about these niggas. Back then, there wasn't the type of technology that we had. I could hop on YouTube and get advice about these niggas. You feel me? Of course, I don't, you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, that's why it's like I'm able to, as you get older, it's not for real, as you get older, you gotta kind of like, you have to laugh at it. You gotta be like, yo, you know what? I love you. My nigga, thank you. Right. Now, let's talk about it.
But you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing you've already learned lessons. I'm hearing there's sacrifices that Pops made that you won't make.
I'm hearing they haven't had that conversation yet.
No, that definitely.
Yeah, we haven't had that conversation.
Definitely. No, but remember what I said? You learn about the observe.
You haven't had that conversation. So at the end of the day, our journey, you can't determine our journey in our journey. Right. At the end of the day, it's not too late. We haven't had that conversation.
No, absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm hearing is the sacrifices that stung you as a child that your father made. Time, not being around, not talking, because he was hustling so crazy. You're already correcting that. You just ran down a whole list.
Right.
And that list could be titled, what my dad did that I'm not going to do.
Right.
Here's my list of fixing those issues.
No, it wouldn't be tied that. It would be fucking ignorant to say some stupid shit like that. It would, because it's not about him. It's about me.
That's my point.
You know what I mean? Why,
but that's my point. That's my point.
When I figured out that I had issues with my pops, it's late in life. somebody figured something about me that I could be around people and I could figure out everything about them, but nobody would know shit about me. Because I was guarded. But I was a charmer, so I was able to, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Be around people and it was comfortable, but nobody would know nothing about me. Somehow it got worked out that all this stuff stemmed from the relationship that I didn't have with my pops. Mm-hmm. So I went to his crib and I cursed him the fuck out. Like, yo, why I don't know you? I don't know where you was born. I don't know what you did when you was a kid.
Right.
Why I don't know none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out here trying to figure it out, running into you randomly, telling you about shootouts and shit that I had, like you my homeboy, but you're not my homeboy, you my dad.
Right.
So I don't know this shit. Well, have you had that conversation? Have you stepped in?
Yeah,
like that?
of course. I didn't try to buck up. As I got older, I done got, because, you know, my father ain't never
You
put
got
his...
security now, so.
Nah, no, listen, my father, one thing about my dad, he's never put his hands on any of us. Like,
Right.
he, especially me, neither. He just had them words was like
That tone.
loud, that tone,
Yeah.
like, woo.
Yeah.
And I remember I even said, like, you know, one time I had posted like damn on the gram and he was like, why the fuck you posted that? I was like, nigga, take that shit down. And at this point, I'm just like, resentful. I'm like, no. You know, because I wasn't, you know, I'm not growing up. I was a little like, I was a little resentful. Like, hold on. And especially at that time, I put my foot down because I'm just like, fuck this. Like, you can't tell me nothing.
Right.
Came. He was like, yo. I was like, yo. He said, yo. Yo? You're not gonna yo me. What do you? And, you know, his tone, of course, he never put his hands on me, but the tone was so aggressive. And I knew, like, yo, I could never, ever disrespect him like that ever again. And that's when I realized, like, all right, too, I was so young. I can't, if I'm gonna get answers out of my father, it can't be that way.
Right.
Real talk. Like, I had to learn that growing up. You know, I can't get the answers that I want out of him talking to him the way I was talking to him. Yeah, I
This is gonna throw
disrespected
that
him a
wall
lot.
up.
Of course.
Yeah.
I disrespected him on some crazy shit, like saying some disrespectful shit that you just should not say.
Yeah.
And I can admit that it was wrong, and I would never ever do it again. And
Do you feel wrong about the Eminem thing?
I don't know about the Eminem thing. I wasn't old enough to understand it, so I can't even tell you about the Eminem
No,
thing.
so more so like recently with Eminem, you gonna get an award and your dad speaking against it, and you like, nah, I think he deserves that.
Say it again.
So Eminem recently got an award
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. Your dad opposed it. Mm-hmm. He went against it, and supposedly you stated that you were for it, and your dad didn't like that.
I don't know if that was the case. I know that anything that has to do with Eminem, I don't have nothing to do with those times, so don't involve me in them. I'm my own person, you feel me? Don't
Right.
do that. Now, like, if it was a situation, which I don't know, so I'm just saying, because I'm a ride for my father regardless,
Right.
because he's my father. I don't give a
Right.
fuck what anybody says. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And at the end of the day, I wasn't there to understand, but what I do know now is all that rap beef shit, even just today, is just fucking noise to me. It's just so noise to me. I just think it's just so corny, and I don't pay no mind to it. I don't. And, you know, if my father feels how he feels, I wasn't there, so I can't sit here and say, yo, I can't give my opinion on how he feels. I just wasn't old enough to understand those times. If, you know, I watched 8 Mile and I thought it was a great movie. You feel me? I can tell you 8 Mile was crazy. That was one of a great movie. He was a great actor.
Right.
I could tell you some songs that I think are fucking great growing up because I'm very musically inclined. But that's all I could tell you.
So
I'm
if
not an
M-
Eminem fan. I
so
don't
if M
listen to
reached out to
Eminem,
you
but I
to,
do know
for a
sorry
record-
about my mom. So I said, I'm sorry, mama. I'm cleaning out my
Cleaning
closet.
out my closet.
You know what I mean? Like, and I do know that at the end of the day, you know, yeah, I wasn't there.
So if M reached out to do a record with you, would you do it with him?
No, hell no, unless I got my father's blessing. Like, I would sit down with my father, first of all, and bring it up to him. I wouldn't even ask him. I would be like, yo, listen, this is what happened. I'm not even expecting an answer. I just need to tell you right away, because this don't, you feel me? Like, I'm coming, even if me and my father could never be speaking for fucking years. If that was to happen, I'll be like, all right, hold on, let me just tell you this. Let me bring it to your attention. And hopefully he'll be like, yo, you know what?
Do it.
Yeah, like I'm past the past. You know what I mean? Like, what I went through, I'm grateful for who I am. I'm grateful for what it made me. And, you know, I love you and I support you and I support anything that you want to do. And if this is going to, you know, if this is positive, this going to better you in any way, then I'm for that. I'll do it. That on those circumstances. But if he says, listen, you know what I'm saying? That's it. I can't say the other side. But if he, you know, if that's, because at the end of the day, like, again, I wasn't there. You know? I wasn't there.
Right.
And so when you first started coming out, I was so concerned that they say the sins of the father fall on it.
Yeah, I was just about to
I was
say
like
that.
so worried. I was hoping like you didn't catch any residual from.
Of
She
what?
got through that shit.
Yeah, no,
Of
totally. From his reputation, from the people he feels,
You ain't
the
living in
people who
shadow.
feel he slighted
But
them.
that's one of the main reasons why I'm doing this interview, and because I want people to understand, of course, that I'm very woke, one, but also understand that I am my own person, and this is what's gonna make them understand. Because, like, I really, like, this is what it is. Like, this is my truth.
Right.
And I'm not afraid to speak about it again, and, like, to speak about it or tell my truth, because I'm healing still, but I've grown.
Right.
And, like I said, it can help someone
Well,
and the next person.
Coi, did you ever like look up like they're back and forth?
I ever did what?
Like look up your father and Eminem's back and forth. You ever
No,
listen to the
I probably,
records? Are people trying to play them for you? Not at all.
Nah, because you gotta understand, when they separated, it was every man for themselves. I was trying to figure it out.
So you weren't even telling people, yo, Benzino's my dad.
Nah,
At all.
no. To go around and say Benzino, like, that's my father. Like, I'm a real fucking person, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that was something that I needed to go brag about, you know what I mean? Like, his name is Raymond. I'm not about to say, I'd rather say, yo, you know, Raymond. I'd be like, yo, I'm like, nah, that ain't, you know, that's, you feel me? I've always been that, though. Like, I've always been independent and just about me. Like, always. I never needed no handouts or nothing. And he helped a lot. You know what I mean? Like, he still tried the best that he can. I'm not even gonna tell, like, you gotta think about it. You know, y'all know how it feels to hustle and struggle and have to survive and stretch and make it, you know, and have kids and, you know, girls and, you know, the lifestyle and bills and even just now, like, nigga, taxes, like, real estate, like, a lot of that shit, you know, I don't know if your parents was taught that shit back in the day, but, like, nigga, I don't think, you know, Styles P said that they wasn't teaching, that the 90s was fucked up, right? So, you know, I can't knock him.
Feds and taxes is like number one and number two
That's a fact.
on my list of fears.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy.
But I feel like that tattoo you have on you, no one who wanders is lost, right?
Yeah,
That's
not all
what it
those
says.
who wander.
Not all those who wander is lost. That is pertinent to him and to you.
Yeah.
So for you to get that tattooed on you states that at the time that your dad was raising you and your brothers, he was trying to figure it out.
1000%.
You know what I'm saying? And now that you're at this level of your career and in your life, you're still figuring it out.
Right.
So now in retrospect, you can look at him and say, yes, I forgive you because I get it now, right? And he wasn't lost, he was teaching you lessons.
Right.
But we don't get that until we look back at it in retrospect.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's why I think the conversation is absolutely necessary between you and your dad, like now.
No, it is.
But
for
there's
sure.
certain things that I feel like everybody got to deal with something. Like,
Yeah.
you know, but the relationship that he has with his mother might be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's
I
always
want
something
people
there.
to people need to learn how to, like, first he needs to, I want him to understand, like, you know, from what I know about the source and like now being in this industry, I've learned so much about the source. And what I've learned is that it was like one of the fucking first sources to hip hop to even fucking tell you about fucking hip hop. It made a fucking big fucking platform. He done created fucking a whole award show. And on top of that, like I remember seeing, the only thing I remember being a kid seeing is 2 mics. And I talk about this all the time. It's a silver mic and a gold mic.
Right.
And it was on his fucking thing. And, you know, I just feel, and I know he wants to feel that appreciate. Like people want to feel appreciated. Sometimes you got to understand, like, if you just wake up and tell somebody something nice one time or let them know, like, yo, you really, like, or thank you or I appreciate you regardless of whatever.
Right.
Because that's also part of growth. It will change somebody's life. And that's another reason why I'm doing this fucking interview. Because people in the fucking world need to understand my nigga. Like, that nigga is really the fucking GOAT.
Yeah.
And regardless of whatever he been through and, you know, whatever situations people dealt with, you can't take that away from him.
Can't.
Ever.
Yeah.
And that's,
But they'll try.
They will.
They'll try.
But I need him to understand you don't gotta prove yourself no more.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's tough.
it is tough, but at the same time, no, listen, you don't have to prove yourself no more. That's like in our culture right now in hip hop, you know, it's like the old, because I say this, we was talking about this in the last interview. It's like the older generation and our new generation, what we have. Our communication is messed up because it's like y'all, the OGs feel this way, and this is what it is now. So, for example, they don't agree with a lot of things, but technology is also involved now.
Right.
Does that make sense? So it's like you have, and it's not just him, it's a lot of people. It's like you feel like you're, old, or like, you have to be given or demanding respect. This is a different time and age. Kids is TikToking, they're fucking skydiving, they're fucking making clothing lines, they're making businesses at 16, they're doing eyelashes. It's a different world. It's bigger than music in 2023, right? Mm-hmm. So it's okay to just let go and let God. And if he just, when he lets go and lets God, is when everything is gonna change. Not only for himself, for me, for hip hop. Because he's gonna be able to come onto these platforms and have those conversations without having to feel like
he's the angry old man.
you know what I mean?
supposed to come here.
Come on,
We were supposed to
old
come
man.
here, but Schnapps got COVID at the time. And he said he had to fall back.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna be pissed as fuck that I'm on here now and he ain't even fucking make it first. So
See?
with OG, you know what I mean? We'll see how he feels about this one.
But to, as a testimony of like, I remember my mom's moved to Barbados, and I hated it because I was like, yo, I'm from Brooklyn, I'm out here, everybody talk funny, shit's weird. And the one thing I had that kept me connected was going to the newsstand and picking up a Source magazine. Mm-hmm. And like everybody else, we go straight to the back. Who got the unsigned hype? Who got the verse?
The hip hop quotable.
Hip hop quotable. And
how many
to
mics?
check the mics on the albums. And to be honest, it was like the Bible. If something got 2.5 mics and I like the artist, I ain't even listen. I ain't even give it a shot. Somebody might have been hating. Somebody might have been hating up there. And it was like the Bible, but it was so important. It was so important. This is probably like a million 50, 60-year-olds walking around with 5 mics on their arms.
And shout out to Dave Mays as well.
You know what I mean?
Dave Mays, you know what I'm saying? My dad's
Dave.
partner at the time with Source, I do know Dave.
Yeah.
So no, you can't erase that.
No.
At all.
I can't erase the feeling of seeing Inspector Deck get the quotable for Triumph and reading it and being like, yo, this is crazy.
Same thing with LL.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was stuff like that fueled my lyricism. That made me go on to be who I was. You know what I mean?
Shit, the Source helped curate the magazine we have now. in the prison systems. Like that was the root. That was like, yo, if we're gonna follow some type of template, let's look at the source. All right, this is what the source had. These are the elements. What may be missing, let's incorporate. But this is the foundation, and it was a heavy influence for the magazine we got.
Right. Like,
Heavy.
people love XXL, but that rating system, that came from the source.
Yeah.
I mean, but come on, like, and if people look at it on a positive level instead of these headlines and you know what I'm saying, and getting into my personal business and shit, look at it and learn from it on some generational fucking wealth. I'm breaking generational curses and I'm creating generational wealth. And I'm carrying on, and I'm also able to carry on history and educate these young fucking cats on hip hop in the culture. And that's another, like, I'm telling you, that's why I wanted to come up here, because I'm gonna be a pop. Listen. You see me with TXT, right? Mm-hmm. Listen, you see me with David Guetta, right? Spider-Man movies, right?
Yep.
But like, I need them to understand, nigga, this is first. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people in this industry want answers because the industry small.
Right.
And hip hop is the influence. So it starts there. And Source had a big impact on hip hop. My father had a big impact on hip hop. So I felt like, you know, people needed answers. And I'm glad that I lifted this shit off my chest and was able to talk about this shit now because, you know,
Right.
now
That's
what
what
made
it
you
is.
want to get into music?
Right.
I love music.
She talked about the studio, wanting to be down there and all that.
Like it should.
Well, she had to leave the house. She left the crib and went to the studio.
But no, you want to know what's crazy? So I was working in sales. So when I dropped out, I found this sales job. I was selling Google listings. I was like 16, 17, and I'm moving out on my own. Make the story short, boom. I ended up working my way up to Yellowstone Capital. It was one of the top 5 funding companies in the world. And this is like broker. Like, you gotta learn how to be a broker, but like, you know, this girl found me, she heard me, like she knew I was good at sales. So she was like, you gotta come on the team, whatever, boom, you're gonna kill it. Until I found out I couldn't make money until after like 3 months of learning how to be a broker. And I was still living on my own. So I'm like, what the fuck? So crazy. I called my father because my family's small. Like even just in Boston, it's very small. So at desperate times, like we're gonna hit, you know, like, hello. I'm like, nigga, I need to do something like that. He's like, I need a camera because I want to shoot videos. Like, can you at least just help me get a camera? He's like, yeah, I got a camera for you. Sent me this camera that he never used. We probably shot the video on it a couple of times, whatever. Had a nice lens on it. It was nice. Came with the bag. My friend Aisha, she was roommate with me, and I was like, yo, let's shoot music videos for these underground artists in Jersey, because ain't nobody got no music videos or nothing. This is like 2017, 18. Nobody was really doing no crazy music videos. I think I don't even think Fetty doing. Was he?
Fetty was
it probably
around
was
at that
only
time.
Fetty Wap, and still then his
He was
videos
around 2017,
Yeah, he was around.
2018. He was around.
Yeah, so he probably was the only one.
Right.
Real talk in Jersey. So I'm like, we need to shoot music videos for local artists, so we're gonna do this shit called Flex Dummy Entertainment, but I ain't have no clients. So I said, I need to shoot the video. Like, I need to be in front of the camera, and I don't got no music though, so I'm gonna use Chief Keef's song. I'm gonna like rap his lyrics. Aisha gonna record me. I'm gonna edit the video, and that's how we're gonna be able to promote our shit.
So wait.
I'm a gorilla in the fucking zoo. Gonna pull up in the zoo.
Hold on.
That's why she got them boots on, bro. Sasquatch feet.
I'm fucking with you. I'm just thinking about the plan, right? So the plan is for you to rap Chief Keef's song.
Yeah, no, the plan was to shoot, to market and show that we provide music video services.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have no clients.
Commercial.
But you needed the demo.
But I needed somebody to fucking, I didn't even have nobody to call. Like, yo, you rap? Like, nigga, I was just like, fuck it. Like, I don't know who to call, what to do. I'm gonna just rap this Chief Keef shit again. I swear to God.
You been wanting to rap, bro.
I swear to God. No, listen. I swear, listen. I wanted to go to college and get a culinary degree. I wanted to go get, and still do. hopefully one time I want to get my culinary degree because I love cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
that's
wanted
nice.
to do business. I thought about going to school for law. School was my next thing.
Right.
That was my shit.
Because rap was a dream.
No.
No, rap wasn't even.
I wasn't
in the
even.
plans.
No, I tried when I was with my father. When me and Taj went to go, like, so we spent like summer vacation, April vacation, and you feel me? Us being there and him having accessible to the studio. He like, all right, I want to rap. You feel me? And I couldn't even rap. I couldn't rap without Taj anyway. So now me and Taj was a fucking duo. Like Taj. Now I didn't even choose that. But my dad's like, you know what? Let's go. Y'all get on the mic, like y'all want to rap, so we got on and we did it. We played. It was like play, because it was there, but I didn't take that shit serious at all. No, I didn't want to be no rapper.
What was it a good moment for you?
I felt good at the moment. Yeah, nigga, we in Miami. You feel me? My father shot the video that me and Taj got on YouTube. That's when we on the fucking like he.
So hold on. This was before you asked for the camera.
This was in like when I was probably like 10, like after like 9 years old. At that point when they separated, we going on vacation. And it's probably still a little bit of left. So probably like 10, 11. It's a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? My father, at this point, Hip Hop Weekly. You remember Hip Hop Weekly?
Yeah.
Feel me? So it's
Yeah.
like those times. So, we going. I remember Hip Hop Weekly, nigga, nice little office, had 2 little offices, 2 computers. Like they was trying to start fresh.
Right.
That's my era, Hip Hop Weekly.
Right.
But by then it was internet and shit. And,
Yeah.
So you was like
know.
10, you was like 10 when
10, 11.
you shot the video?
Yeah, when I shot the video, I was probably like 4, 30, I don't know. I can't even tell you, probably like 10, 11, 12, 13. I looked a little grown or whatever.
You still got it?
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what she said. It's up there somewhere.
It's on YouTube.
yeah,
It's
bro.
on.
Hold on.
You was talking
No,
about,
it's
yo,
not
I'm a
direct.
gorilla in the
No,
fucking
no,
group. We're gonna pull up in the zoo.
No.
That's what she was
And
doing.
those was the times that, those was the times that my dad spent time with us.
Right,
Like,
but what-
the nigga would be like, yo, you know what? Get in this, we gonna record this song. We're gonna shoot this little fucking video. It was only one
What's it
song and
called?
one video.
What's it called?
I don't know. I swear to God. I know
Gorilla in the
escalators,
fucking
elevators.
Right now.
I swear to God
So
on
how you
everything.
find it? It's on YouTube,
Probably
right?
type in,
Coi Leray first
type in?
video.
4 years later, listen, I've done so many no more parties is gonna pop up. Nigga, this shit's not
She
popping.
is
Parties
not,
is crazy.
she is
Women
not
is
trying to help
popping
you
up.
find that shit at
Players
all.
is popping up. Like it's out.
Yo, you know how, Coi, you know how I knew you was
was
popping? I was in jail.
Wait,
And niggas was walking
Send it to me,
around
send it
the
to me.
yard talking about no best friends. I'm like, nigga, what? Nigga, what? No best friends? Where that's from? What you talking about?
In the yard?
In the yard.
Yeah.
I'm
Crazy.
like, they wasn't doing it on no like, you know, that type of time, but
I hear
like
you.
no
Singing that.
best friends. You killing them. Yeah, that's my twin in them. I'm like, what's that? We heard that. Yo, go get that off of JPay. And I'm like, let me hear this shit. I'm like, oh, this shit tight. This shit got a snap to it. Who's this young lady? But that shit was buzzing in the jails.
Period. Come on.
Word, that shit, that's like, you wouldn't expect that though.
Niggas in jail listening to No Best Friends?
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
I've always had a ear for music.
Coi, Taj, wake up.
He found that shit.
You're trifling. I wrote me and Taj's whole fucking verse. So
You wrote it.
yes. Ask my dad. He'll tell
She
you.
said
Nigga,
it,
he
nah, I
was,
couldn't
yo,
even
what? I'm
rap.
telling you.
That wasn't her dream, neither.
Nah, that wasn't my dream. Cause after that, we went back to Jersey. Like 3 weeks later, it's like, all right. You know what I mean? Like,
You spit bars on that?
listen,
Yeah, that's
Dude.
Oh, she got the braces on, the Adidas joint. She got the same dance moves. Huh?
oh Christ.
And y'all was at the amusement park?
yeah, I told you. He shot it.
But you didn't want to rap.
It was something to do. It was something to
hear
do.
you.
Like
I hear you.
one thing about me,
I hear you.
I don't even play basketball. But if
hear
you
you.
tell me like, yo, you want to go play
One-on-one?
1-on-1, I'll just do it.
Yeah, that's very different from writing and recording the verse.
Man, listen, if you tell me you want to go, I played the flute. How about that?
Very different from writing and recording.
I played
You play
the
the
flute.
flute?
Yeah,
Like-
I was nice on Guitar Hero. What's up?
That's
Mecca?
plays the flute.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Y'all gonna let me answer? Y'all
Come
gonna
on,
keep,
Guitar
y'all
Hero.
gonna-
Like, you don't know nothing about the Guitar Hero, do you?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's a moment.
Yeah.
1000% that's a moment.
Yeah.
And that moment probably planted the seed to let you know, yo, this is possible.
Yeah.
And though you might not have said, yeah, I'm gonna do it, the option was probably just
The
sitting
door open.
around in the corner.
The window open.
Just waiting for you to say, all right, I'm gonna do it.
I agree.
Because that's a moment.
Yeah.
But my dad didn't want me to like say anything explicit. He didn't want me to rap about boys. And, I was a little like, I grew up fast and I felt like if I was going to do, that's why I didn't do it. Because if I was going to do it, I wanted to do it my way. But he did not like no lyrics. Like, no, like it had to be like a certain way or whatever. So I was like, all right, fuck this rap shit.
So what's the top 5 lyrics you feel like if you was at a show and your pops was in the front row,
He
you
called
would
me
have to
big,
just...
come make this pussy, he gonna be like,
I'm dying
it's like,
inside. Nobody knows it, but that's crazy.
That's
Free
wild.
Pooh Shiesty, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one.
Yeah. Another one,
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
Yo, get it out the way. He gonna watch the show.
Hey, he twisted the knife. He's
Get out the way. Yo, what up, Zeno? My nigga.
I don't know. I feel like my lyrics is kind of not too bad.
It's not that bad, right?
Nah, my lyrics is, again, even then, like, not all those who wander are lost.
Yeah.
Come on. We gotta,
There you
like,
go.
come on. I know what I'm
She
doing.
said she got it at 16 though. The whole plan was to go wander, bro.
You gotta think about it. The first piece of equipment she wanted was a camera.
There it is.
So you wanted to be in front of the lens, and leading that is like entertainment.
she didn't
basis.
want to be in front of the lens. She wanted to be behind the camera.
No,
But
she was
that's
in
when
front
I
of the
realized
camera.
I was in
No,
front of the
isn't it?
camera. Yeah, you're right.
She was talking about I'm a gorilla in the fucking
Understand.
pull up in the zoo.
She
That's what
said
you
she
doing.
did that because she didn't have any clients.
Exactly.
Bruh.
She had
It was
she
her
was
that
still
did
running
it.
with that.
Yeah, but
It was her
I
that
did it. I believe what she told me.
No, but listen, when I got in front of the camera, that's when I realized, because I never went and proceeded that. So to finish the question, I went straight to the studio after that.
Oh, she ain't
Like,
oh,
no, I swear to
I'm
God.
quiet.
I
I'm
swear,
quiet.
because
I'm quiet.
Listen,
I'm
I
quiet.
was so good on the camera, and then not only that, now it wasn't like a straight thing, like, yo, I want to go do music, but I had ended up, this is how I met Meek, and I ended up meeting these kids, and they was rapping, and it was a studio, it was in East Orange, and his name was Product, he was an engineer, and Shop is my first song that I fucking hopped on. I didn't even write. I just went in there because he was like, yo, like, you don't, I'm like, at this point, I'm open to this shit. Like, teach me or whatever. These niggas brought me to the studio or whatever. Like, I didn't come here to rap, but I'm a rap. Fuck it. Let's get drunk and have fun. So I went on there and I just freestyled. And after that freestyle product, everybody was just like, yo, like, this shit is fire. And it's called Ice Slippers on my Spotify, not Spotify, on my SoundCloud still to this day. So after that, Product Studio ended up being like almost 15 minutes away from my mom's house. We lived in Hackensack from East Orange, bro, like no traffic, 15, 20 minutes. So nigga, I'll go to Product Studio all the time. You feel me? All the time. And at this point, like I'm recording faithfully. I'm not writing, I'm not nothing. I'm just on the mic, I'm just talking my shit, I'm singing. So I have songs where I'm like doing rock, I'm rapping, and that's when I realized like, yo, I'm really about to do this shit. Because Neek was there the very first day. Also, Neek was there. She recorded a video after I recorded the song.
Right.
So when I came out the booth, she recorded the video while I was there. It was just like, and at that point, I'm like, yo, this shit's about to happen. I activated an Instagram for an artist, like for Coi Leray, 2017.
So you wasn't trying to shoot videos no more.
Nah, at this point, I'm about to be in front of the camera. I done saw how I looked in front of the camera. Nigga, the
it's
camera
lit.
he sent quality was crazy.
So you tricked your dad into getting a camera to support your music career.
Here we are now. Thank
There it
you
is.
for that camera, Dad.
There it is.
Yes.
There it is.
Yes.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Hell yeah.
Now, when it comes to you and your dad, who would you say is better at picking relationships?
Picking relationships,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. So like, So like, you know, I realized I liked, you know, older guys recently. You know, I'm 26. I used to date niggas that was like probably 26, 25. The youngest maybe 27. But like I felt like, you know, I don't know everything. So I felt like, you know, I wanted to be taught a couple of things.
Little guidance.
What do you mean no guidance?
I said little guidance.
Yeah,
I said little guidance.
Yeah, like a little, yeah, exactly, like a little guidance. Like, because I'm so alpha too, and so I can't tell you that I am the best at picking guys because I'm still learning, you know? I'll pick niggas and be like, fuck, like, but they get dropped quick though. Like, I'm very good at identifying them fast before, you know, I have very good instincts. But, and I feel like my dad loves hard too. My dad always loved hard. He got a big heart, nigga. So I can't say if he's better neither, just as good because we both got big hearts. In my song on it's called Man's World on my album, I say, hate to admit it, I'm just like you. It's like one of the bars on the song. I get real vulnerable.
Oh,
That's cute.
that's crazy.
So cute.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
You got plenty to go through, just career-wise. Just being a woman making music in 2023 is ridiculous. Your field is convoluted. There's old boys club to deal with. There's so many people looking to take advantage of you. There's a stigma about women artists. There's too much trouble. Hair, makeup, wardrobe too expensive. And here you are moving through all of the above.
Right.
I think people don't realize she made history. 'Cause when you think about it, what hip hop based dad has a super successful daughter in hip hop culture?
Will Smith.
No.
Yeah.
Compared to her?
Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith.
Willow.
Willow?
Yeah.
And Jada.
Pause.
I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna hold on. Time out. No, time out. Time out. Time the fuck out.
I said kids, period.
Because now I'm gonna put the monotone in my voice now.
Oh, now we get the bass.
Who
Now
else?
the bass comes.
Before you,
I can't compare that. I'm sorry. I can't compare that.
I just answered the question. I
comparison.
didn't
That's
say
not
who
a
was
fact.
better or
I'm
worse.
sorry.
I just answered the question. Not even a matter. And
I'm just
to
saying
men-
it's a
so
thought.
elaborate on
Everybody
your
think about
answer.
that.
Thank you very much. Not to mention the fact that we're not at the end of the race yet, bro. When the race is over and everybody tallies up the scores, then we'll
No.
see who's won.
No.
That's-
We're not
bro.
talking about when
No.
the race is over, when
I'm not
niggas
done.
tally up
I'm
the
not
score.
done yet, Mister.
Yeah,
I'm not done
Hold
yet
on.
at this point.
go ahead, get him.
Hold on,
Get
tally
'em,
when
let's
the
figure
race
that
is
out.
done,
Yeah,
nigga.
like,
What
you
you mean?
bugging.
There's 4 quarters every year when it comes to this label shit, right? Let's talk about that.
Consistent.
There's only 4 quarters, right? They only open the budget 4 times. That's 1. 2, nigga, every year is about leveling up. It's about doing better than last year. This ain't to compare because I fucking love Willow Smith and Will
Absolutely.
Smith and I love everything. But
Facts is facts.
nigga, give me my flowers and I'm supposed to get my flowers, nigga. I'm top 10 global right now with a fucking record that is crazy. And hold on. Because I don't like to get like this, but I have to.
That was
Nah, get like that.
My
Get like
record
that.
on top of that on a Spider-Man movie has entered top global Spotify.
Global.
It ain't even been out for 3 weeks yet. Not only that, I'm also on the Hot 100 with David Guetta, one of the first EDM DJs to bring hip hop and EDM together. With Baby Don't Hurt Me on the Hot 100.
Listen.
Hold on.
Stop.
If you go to Fendi.com, you will see me on the front. Fendi.com, you ever purchase some Fendi? I love it too. Hold on.
What else?
I done got favorite female artist nomination when No More Parties was on Billboard in 2020 fucking 2. 2001? 2021. Yeah, excuse me. So what? And then before Dirk hopped on it, we was like 80 or some shit. And then he hopped on it, we went to 40. You feel me? And then after that, we came with Big Purr and twinning them and they gold and platinums. Like, nigga, and now players is like still on the Hot 100 Billboard. It's been like fucking 3 months.
Yeah, what's up?
Timeless.
Hold on. I think we broke history.
What's up?
He's the first fucking...
left out Germany. You left out Germany.
We broke history.
You left out Germany.
His daughter
You left out
broke
Germany.
history.
You left
and
out
he's
Germany.
the fucking father of this motherfucking daughter, nigga. He broke
Talk about
history.
it. Talk
Come
about
on. Let's talk about it. World.
Yo,
Crazy?
that was dope, but you gotta understand, man. MECC was one of them guys that was whipping his hair back and forth. That's what that was about. I don't understand how y'all ain't figure that out. Yo, we gonna take a 5-minute break. We back in the middle of the episode.
Guys,
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Guys.
Yo.
Yo.
1 second.
I look like a jeweler. He a jeweler.
call him a jeweler?
He like a jeweler.
Your brother sitting behind them.
Show me.
Ernesto?
Yeah.
Not Ernesto?
Nesto.
Nesto.
It's the fucking accent.
Nesto got the blicky.
Yeah, he got the blick.
He got the
Yeah,
blicky, just
for
in
sure.
case. Just in case.
You said you were open book.
Don't say, I didn't say that I'm an open book. I said this is a safe
you
place.
walked in here and said,
I said this is a safe place.
all right. And you're a big girl. You ready for this conversation?
Let's talk about it. Whatever you're about to talk about.
I think everybody in hip hop, everybody that's an artist, you know, sometimes you might meet another artist and you're attracted to him. And the thought is like, maybe we could be like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or, because that's like the,
Ultimate.
right. It's like you want to be the power couple, but it doesn't always work out. Was that the thought when you got into some of the relationships that you've been in?
Yeah, you know, you don't get into a relation. Well, I don't get into a relationship unless like I feel like this is gonna be forever.
Right.
I say that because it's like no, everybody says forever is there's no such thing, but that's how I feel. You know,
Do
we're
you
in
get
this
into the
for-
relationship like, yeah, this is gonna end, but I'm gonna have some fun.
Nah, I'm not gonna have no fun. I'm gonna be in a relationship. But I mean, I'm
It's a terrible
No fun?
this is, I mean, nah, that could be.
Relationships ain't fun at all.
Coi Leray, what you mean?
Ain't not fun at all.
I ain't gonna have no fun.
It's relationship time.
No, you know what I
Crazy.
mean? Like, no, like, you know, I'm just not gonna be like, when you're in a relationship, it's just you're in a relationship. When you're single, you're single.
So did you have that thought like, yeah, Jay-Z, Beyonce?
I mean, I would love a Jay-Z and Beyonce situation 1000%. Nah, though, I don't have that thought when I get into a relationship. I kind of just really tend to think about the person
Right.
in me. And like my, like, cause I love Jay-Z and Beyonce, but like, I don't, you know, I'm a human being and I just think that just having a nice, respectful man who has a nice living for himself, who, you know, I can be submissive to, and someone that I can, you know, be able to, that can understand me and my career, and I can, you know, it is very 100% faithful and committed. Like, that's what I imagine when I get into a relationship.
But
I
when
don't
you
think
meet,
about nothing else.
when you meet a rapper, is that what's being sold to you?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's not about you. It's not like you're meeting a, I mean, listen, I don't, you know, I might have liked the nurse or something. Like, rappers aren't the only human beings on this earth, but
Right.
most importantly, they're human beings. So regardless if they're rappers or whatever, they're still humans. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you should identify them as rappers. I think at the end of the day, human beings are human beings, you know? Why if it's a rapper, even if it's you know what I'm saying? And, you know, or you, like, regardless, we all in the fucking music industry, right?
Right.
You know, we all kind of, so what? Regardless is, no, we're all in the music industry. And it might, everybody has
I'm gonna
different.
make the headline, my nigga. I don't know about you.
Nah, I felt like it. Because I'm not the type of person to sit there and compare, and you know, I'm also the type of person like I don't care. You know, I'm not about the money. You know what I mean? Like, I've dealt with niggas that ain't had no money, like not had no money, but not no money like me. You feel me? Like, and I'm okay with that.
So you consider yourself a realist?
What's that mean?
Like somebody who considers like a real situation in real time. So you saying that it doesn't matter if they're a rapper, they're a human being, right?
Yeah.
So you approach a relationship in that fashion, but do you look at the reality of the situation? Like, okay, I understand he's a rapper and he's human, but these things can happen.
This is gonna make headlines. When they see us out together, it's gonna be paparazzi. It's gonna be people making up stories.
This is, even if I'm not in a relationship, that could happen to me regardless.
Right.
You just gotta adjust. You know what I'm saying? As an artist, you gotta adjust to the lifestyle.
Was there ever a headline that caused friction in your relationship?
No. Because if it did, then nigga, you shouldn't fucking be here in the first place. What the fuck you worried about headlines for and internet shit for? Like, nigga, what you talking about? If when you met me for me, and when we met and you told me you love me and you fuck with me, nigga, you wasn't, that was it, right?
Right.
So, you know, don't let this industry shit come in here and, you know, change your mind, because you love me for me.
Right. But
You
did
know?
that happen sometimes?
Nah, I mean, I don't know.
Coi.
I didn't get into like too many situations like that for it to happen. I'm very, you know, and this could be a problem as well. I work so much that I really don't have the time.
And we're back.
Yeah, I don't have the time. I that's why my time is valuable though. Like, if I really like you, when I do give you my time, I really hope that you'll really appreciate it and cherish it and treat me like, you know, the queen that I am, you know, in that aspect, because I deserve that. But if not, you know, I have goals. I have a family to feed. I have a lot of things that I want to do, even just outside of music. So, nigga, it's
Yo,
either,
she sound like me when I be talking to chicks. That's crazy.
yeah, you know, I just learned recently. Busta and Amina, we was talking about this. Me and Amina, it's like they were talking about how loyalty can could be a blessing or a burden.
Right.
Right? And yeah, you're either gonna be my blessing or my burden. That's how I'm looking at it. Especially from now on, like, nigga, Busta's, listen, that game right there.
That's real.
That guy right there is amazing. And
Before I give you this game, hand me some collateral.
yeah. Period.
So what goes wrong?
What do you mean what goes
Like,
in what aspect?
You in a relationship with Blueface. You in a relationship with Pressa. What goes wrong?
I was in a relationship with Pressa. And at the end of the day, you know
Right.
what I'm saying?
So the other thing was not.
No, but like, I had feelings for him. And regardless of whatever it happened, it was 2 years ago, but Pressa is my boyfriend in my relationship. That was the nigga I fell in love with, you know?
Right.
That's the person I got to spend time with and fall in love with. And, you know, he's very charming, very respectful. And it's just unfortunate that I'm still learning and growing in this career. I feel like he's still also learning and growing in this career, coming from Canada. So I feel like it just, you know, we still got to work on ourselves. You feel me? And that's what, but I love Pressa. Like, I think he's amazing. And regardless if he's my nigga or the next bitch's nigga, like, he's this, you know, kudos, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, it's great.
Right.
Like, I don't think, I'm nothing negative to say about him. I have nothing negative to say
I'm
about
not,
anyone.
I'm not looking for something negative. I'm
Yeah,
just
no.
trying to figure out, like, if you were to give someone else advice that you saw.
That wasn't your question. You had asked some fucking other shit.
I said, what goes
question.
wrong? What goes wrong?
Nigga, like, you like what goes wrong. I mean, you know, it's you know, that's a personal situation. Like, I can't sit here and tell you what happens in my, you know, in my personal situations. But at the same time, at the end of the day, things happen. Shit happens. And you know, what God has planned for me is what God has planned for me. What God has planned for them is what God has planned for them. It don't take away from neither one of us. You know, I still think that they're both, you know what I'm saying, young men, young black men, trying to go ahead and figure it out. And you know, I don't want nothing but the best for any nigga that I dealt with.
And not
You
being
know what I'm saying?
compatible doesn't
Like,
make somebody the bad guy. You
nah,
don't have to be
I
the bad
don't,
guy.
there's nobody's the bad guy here.
Yeah.
Hell no. If anything, you're the bad guy for motherfucking bringing these niggas up.
Really?
Come on, like, what you talking about?
All right, so this is how I look at things, right? If you could put my card on something you seen that I went through, I could give you some advice on it. Like, yo, all right, so this is what I learned from that. You know, some women, when they're in a position of power, they kind of
You can share that wisdom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Share that wisdom of what to do and what not to do.
right.
share
so
the
what
wisdom.
what to do, and what
Like-
not to do.
That's not what he was saying.
Yeah. No, that's what he was asking.
Me?
Some women, when they're in a position of power,
Nah, they be tripping,
that's what he was saying.
and they be like,
Oh,
yo,
wow,
That's
that's
where he was
I'm
going.
just saying.
I don't know.
wasn't
I
saying-
wouldn't know.
You know, because
Because nobody's getting in a relationship and worrying about power. Like, that's another thing. Like, what are we worried about power for?
That
I
is
mean, I feel
not
like,
true.
nah, 1000%.
A lot of people get in a
I
relationship.
mean, if they, okay,
about
okay,
power.
well, me, I can speak for myself. I'm not going into a situation where I'm looking for, it's about power. At the end of the day, like I said, I want to be able to submit, right? Listen with your ears, you know what I'm saying? And not the fucking internet. Listen with your ears and not the internet. That's a new bar, right? You would understand and hear when I first said I want to be, I want to be submissive, and that's just the type of woman I am. So power, there's no power in being submissive.
No, there's a lot of power.
I disagree.
There's a lot of
I
power
don't-
in being
is
There's
submissive.
so much
Yeah.
power.
Like-
All right, well, I don't know.
Like,
Teach me then. Let me know. Teach
Well,
me.
then
You
listen
empower-
with
I'm
your
gonna
ears
learn.
and not
I'm
the
down to learn.
internet.
Let me know. Let me know. Let me know.
No, I feel like all women empower a man when you become submissive. And depending on who that woman is, this guy could go from being, you know, a zero in the streets to like the president, depending on who the woman is. Because that submission is so important to us that when we get it, when we look at the individual who gives it to us, if you take it seriously, if you're not like a childish nigga, you know what I mean? And you understand what you've been given, it kind of gives you a confidence that's unbreakable.
I
Okay,
agree.
so sorry. Help me. Okay. So maybe my definition of submissive. Let me tell you what I mean by submissive first.
Sure.
And then maybe we'll understand
You
more.
make breakfast?
Not even you need breakfast. Allowing a man, like just letting a man be a man.
Let him
feel me?
lead. Let him
Well,
lead.
Letting him lead, like give, like you know, like like listen, being a listener. Being submissive is being a great listener
Right.
in my world. I feel like if you listen and be open to understanding and just listen to them, because sometimes as women, you know, we got all the answers.
Yeah.
But, you know, you have to let a man sometimes kind of teach you something, because at the end of the day, they're men, and I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, right? No?
Yeah.
You get what I'm
No,
about
no.
to say?
I agree.
sounds
Like, that's how I
Sound
feel though. Like, yeah, because it's not about making breakfast. Like, I mean, in my time, like, I don't need to cook breakfast. I could cook breakfast and bring breakfast in bed and shit like that. But I feel like that's cute. Like, that's nice. That's kind. That's being kind. I don't think that's being submissive. Being submissive is like allowing you to go ahead and say, you know, like, you know, I love you, you are my man, and what is it that you need me to do?
And if he says,
And if he says some wild shit, then listen, nigga, you're like,
You just turned it
but listen, I
to
know,
dominant real quick.
I know,
The whole
but that's
shit
what
just
I'm
turned.
saying.
Conditions. There's always conditions.
Yo, always.
Conditions.
She said,
She's
what
like,
do you
no,
want?
what do you
Da-da-da.
need me to
But
do?
nigga, if you decide, you just
Yeah, you gonna
switch
get
it dominant
Because
real
y'all
quick.
take it, because men is crazy.
want
Like,
breakfast?
men,
You said
no,
men are
no,
crazy?
no, that's called
men
Breakfast.
be crazy sometimes. You gotta
no,
be
that's
submissive.
called a bad faith argument. You came into
that
it
was
with a
some
bad faith
bipolar
argument.
How is a man crazy in your opinion?
I just think, like, I just don't like manipulation shit.
Nobody
What's
likes that.
manipulation?
Like, you know,
Because I
like,
could be,
I feel like
I could
it
be
should
honest
just-
to you, and you might look at it as manipulation.
yeah, but that's fine and all. But like, it's not about being honest. It's about like you could like that's another thing I can't stand when niggas be like, at least I'm being honest. Nah, fuck that. You don't know right from wrong. You don't know right from wrong. Like, you missed the first step. You skipped to being honest. What about how you was fucking raised?
Making a
What about
decision.
morals?
Right.
What about, like,
Subjective.
making that decision? You talk about honesty, nigga.
Subjective.
No, no.
What about self-awareness?
Subjective.
No, okay.
That's my
Again,
whole thing
I get
on
that.
that. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I get
But,
that.
but at the
And
same
there's nothing wrong
time,
with that.
but at the same time, when a man says, "At least I'm being honest," I'm not playing a game with you. I'm not leaving you to try to
That's
follow the
manipulation
breadcrumbs.
because we're not on no fucking joysticks. I know you're not playing a game. Like this, you don't have to tell me I'm not playing a game with you. Like niggas ain't set up the PlayStation. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You might as well play this shit up. No, you ain't here to play games. I already know
I
that.
get what you're saying. You're saying more so it's about the decision making before the conversation of at least I'm being honest with you.
Nah, you just gave her alley-oop, bro.
No, I'm saying that's where I understand where she's coming from.
It's about the decision
foundation of
making.
the
I
issue.
feel like, men, it's easy to, not easy, but I respect the honesty. And I love, for someone to be honest. But at the end of the day, like when you made the mistake, you knew. So it's like outside of this honesty, now it's about trust. And when trust becomes a factor, it's not, that's when it gets a little rocky and shaky.
But if you're listening enough, you can see the mistake coming.
Listening to the honest truth?
Yes.
What the fuck do I need? Now, how honest? Now, give me an example of honesty,
All
of
right.
an honest moment that you've had with a female and you was being honest, that you know what I'm saying,
Oh
fucked up.
shit! God damn, there's
Give
a
me
lot
an
of those.
example.
You are super honest.
You walked right into that one.
I had two women meet each other. And I said, I love you, I love you. What we gonna do about this?
Like, why are you telling me? like, and that's the problem. You knew that when, so no, that might not be the problem. Now, let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
You knew you loved that woman and you knew you loved that woman, and at that moment you felt like you had to tell both of them that you loved them.
Yes.
But growing up, what do you know? Is it like
I don't care.
now?
what I know.
Hold on. Growing up, what do you know? Do you know?
Know
do you
about
know
other
marriage?
people?
Like,
Do I know
like,
about
do you,
other
hold
people?
on. Hold on. Do
You
you
saying know about other people?
No, just as a
Or know
young,
about myself?
as about yourself, and you
When I know
knowing
about
that-
myself led me to that situation.
No, growing up and your experience in life, whether it's from your parents, whether it's from your parents, your cousins,
Those
your
equal
brothers,
other
or whatever
people.
it is, regardless, because at the end of the day, listen, experience is a motherfucker. So
Right.
Other people's experiences.
yeah,
You
whatever.
can't base your moves on somebody else's.
Okay, no,
experiences.
regardless, at the end of the day, we're not about to say that. Okay? You
Coi,
saw
we
two.
literally
Listen, hold
just-
on, let me
No,
finish.
Frank.
Wait,
Let me
wait,
finish.
wait,
You
wait,
saw
wait.
two women and you told them that you loved them, right?
Right.
So if you told them that you loved them, now before you told them that you loved them, have you ever had thoughts about having a family with one woman? Don't sit here and
Yeah, of
fucking
course.
look in the sky like are you crazy? Like that's be the shit I be talking. He like.
Of course, that's what's
Okay,
being
then.
programmed to you.
Okay,
from
so
the
let me
time
ask
that
you a question. Do you believe in having one relationship, being married to one woman, or you're actually the type, the person to deal with multiple women? Like,
Multiple.
okay, so you don't mind being in multiple relationships and also like having an open relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. When did that happen? Is that something that's new?
It's always
recent?
happened to me.
Okay, cool. So,
I just didn't know what it was. I was cheating.
all right. Okay, so cool. Boom. You was cheating, whatever. You ain't know, so now you know. So now, how's the open relationship life
He
working?
tells
for
them
you?
the truth.
Yeah.
Now are you in a relationship with two women right now?
That's
another episode.
No.
No, let him finish.
It's
Let
a
him
safe
answer.
place.
No, but
Well,
that
like,
particular time.
Are you in a relationship with a woman? Are you single or not?
That particular time, it became a situation. And it was
Okay.
beautiful.
Okay. So how do you feel now?
I want it back.
What do you have now? Are you single?
I was single with options.
All right, cool. So
Right.
that's dope. I don't judge nobody. If you're down for open relationships and you don't, and you are believing marrying multiple women and having kids with multiple women and just having a family coming together, I support that. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you believe in. What about you?
For me?
Yeah.
Wait, no. What about you?
No.
Yeah, this is about
What
you.
about you?
What do
Yeah.
what? Do I believe in
What do you
open
believe? Yeah,
relationships?
what do you believe?
What do you mean? No. I just
You
told you
really had
I'm
to
a
ask that?
faithful man.
Well, he's still faithful.
Yeah.
Still faithful.
All right, so let me ask you a question. hold on.
Yo.
This question is gonna settle it.
Something wrong.
Do you believe that there is?
All right, now that sound like judgment.
Hold on.
Take it easy.
Do you
That's
believe?
my opinion.
Wait. Do you believe that there's specific roles for a man and specific roles for a woman?
Yeah, as in what? What are we talking about?
As in,
relationship in the
there's
kitchen,
certain
cooking.
characteristics that a man must have in a relationship, and there's certain characteristics that a woman must have. In a
No, the only love, respect, morals, boundaries.
But you believe that either role could switch.
What do you mean? No. What did I say? What did I
The
what
characteristics you
Yeah.
just mentioned can go for either
Yeah, that
gender.
could go for either.
Male or
They should
female.
go for either gender.
Is your man supposed to protect you, or are you supposed to protect him?
We're supposed to protect each other, nigga. If we got nigga fucking cameras in outside our house and we got a monitor, nigga, we both supposed to be watching them, right?
Right.
All
I
right.
agree with
So
that.
we're supposed to protect each other.
Right.
That's what do you mean? You know, if
I mean,
me
like
and my
somebody
brothers,
said-
my team. You know,
Somebody kicking the door, like you going downstairs first, or you gonna wake him up?
I mean, how I was raised, I don't know.
Nah.
Because
I
listen,
don't
running
know.
downstairs first.
Nah, I'm not
Oh,
running.
you like your
I'm
babe.
not running
Babe,
downstairs.
I don't know. Go downstairs.
You can't say
Nah,
I
I'm
don't know.
gonna be like, babe, go downstairs.
All right.
I'm gonna say, babe,
So
go
specifically,
downstairs.
that's his role to protect
his-
you in a moment of danger. Even though you can help protect him,
Yeah.
But you feel like he should be the one in the front.
To protect
He's on
me.
the front line to protect you. Right.
Yeah, he's a
And-
man. He's stronger than me, so
and
I
as
would
a-
expect
He's
that.
the man.
Right. And
Like
as a-
I know that. I only say that because growing up with brothers, I was never able to take my brothers down. So I always
you're
knew.
right. You
Nah,
have to
real
explain
talk.
it.
And I always knew, like, that's why I never put my hands on a nigga, because it's like you know, it's not a, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
it's not.
that's why I don't want to put my hands on no man, because I know that my brothers are always stronger than me, and if I was to put my hands on them or anything,
Right.
like they can.
And
You know
that,
what
and
I
that's
mean?
demeaning and damaging even to a man that's not gonna put his hands on.
Yeah.
it. All right, so you believe that men and women have different roles.
I mean, yeah, it's a man and a woman. They're two different
So
fucking
so why
things.
you think girls was players too?
Yeah.
Girls are players too.
Curious.
You know about living on the top.
It ain't no
So-
fun when the rabbit got the gun now, is it?
Hold on, so let me explain to you why girls is players too.
Okay.
Because we all human. And what you tell me? What you first say? Oh, you know, I don't want to be playing games with you. You know what I'm saying? You know, we playing games, right?
Right.
Girls is players too. I don't want to play games with you neither, nigga. But if we gonna play games, because that's what y'all, you know, do.
No, that's not the goal to play games.
That's not the goal. But-
See, I just said
but
I don't want
girls
to play
is
no
players
games. You said
too.
that's what y'all do. Play
That's
games.
what y'all do, because that's
Nah,
what you said.
that's
But
not
girls
what
is
we do.
players too.
Nah.
That's not what I
Keep
said.
it played, baby.
That's not what all niggas do. All niggas don't play games.
But what's
No,
the message?
not at all.
What's the message you trying to convey with girls players too?
The message is like basically is bigger than relationships. Girls is players too. Like keep it player. We are bosses. We are, you feel me? Even just beautiful black queens. We can walk in and just, you know, we can anything you can do, I can do better.
Except beat up your brothers.
You feel me? Like, you know, yeah, exactly. But you know what I'm saying? Even then, like, that's why, for example, I just did a collaboration with the WNBA, and we're featured on a commercial for players, and it's so dope, right? And shout out to the whole WNBA, and I feel like it just fits perfect because not only am I talking about, and you know, you've been saying like how girls is players too. Yeah, 1000%. That's how they feel too.
Right.
You feel me? Because come on, like we really are. You know what
no,
I'm
that's
saying?
what's
Like,
up. That's
come
what's
on,
up.
we carrying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all doing a lot. Y'all doing
What
a
your
lot.
mama told you? We got carried you, nigga. Come on, carried you, baby. In my arms,
Yeah,
Right.
and in the belly.
Nurturing.
nurturing. Come
Yeah.
on, the woman
So players,
is everything.
so players is the term players in your record is synonymous with a number of characteristics. It's not just the term players. It's you're confident,
Bro,
you're a
stop
boss.
throwing
Yes,
allegations.
yes,
No,
yes.
I'm asking her a question.
No, for real.
Asking
No,
her a
for real.
question.
Answering her question.
No,
for her.
no.
it's
That's what
true.
you're doing right now, bro.
Is that true?
So,
It's
so what
true.
you're saying is
It's
here,
true.
here,
That's true.
insert
That's
perfect
what
answer.
he's getting,
That's
though.
true, right?
No, that's not what he's
That's not what
answering.
he-
That's
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
understanding.
You,
That's
you
what I'm
sitting there like,
understanding.
yo, you
That's
know?
my way of understanding. That's my way of
This nigga
understanding.
giving a scientific breakdown.
Listen, that's my way of
Chance,
understanding.
Stop doing that, bro.
I
No.
appreciate
Let him
that.
answer
Thank
the
you.
Nah, I appreciate
Thank
you
you.
because that's his perspective.
Of course she appreciates you.
That is his perspective.
Growing
of
up in a
it.
house
Of
full of
course she
women.
appreciates you.
You grew up in
Yeah.
a house full of women?
Yeah.
So you know, come on.
So
Like,
you
that's
falling in
dope.
line right now. That's what's
I've
up.
been falling in line,
That's
bro.
what's
They the ones that got me where I am.
I grew up in a
Period.
house full
I
of
ain't
women. I
mad.
ain't throwing
Yeah.
out you. You wild.
Word.
You wild.
Yeah, I got a fucked up ex that got me here too. Shout out to you.
That took no time at all.
Hurt. She hurt you. You hurt.
Oh, but I got.
Shout out to you, baby. I hope that you flourish and doing everything that you said that
She's
you
not.
dreamed
Why
to
would you
She's
do
not.
that?
outside
She's not.
getting money,
She's not.
and I'm hoping that
She's
you.
not.
Wait, Coi, what if she was foul? What if
Yeah.
she
She's
was
not.
foul?
Look, look,
Wait, what?
look. See?
What if
She's
she was
definitely
dead
not.
wrong?
Look.
What if she was foul? What if
Definitely
she did
not.
like some real foul
I don't wish
shit?
bad on nobody, baby.
Now that
At the
right
end
there,
of the
I
day,
don't
People were
agree
doing
with.
at the
bad?
end of the, what do you
That
mean?
situation, nah. Mm-mm.
Oh, you this the best
He-
thing?
he's-
You the best
Come on
friend.
now,
He's doing-
no.
no, he- But this is what we talking about now?
I'm gonna
Nah.
mind my business. I don't got nothing to do
See
with
how
that.
fast I am. Now you mind your business.
Because girls is players too.
Keep it play, baby.
Did you expect that record to like pop? Like, yo, this is it. This is the one.
I expect all my records to pop, honestly. I'm gonna be honest with you because how I do, you know, I leak my records, right? So like, for example, when I say leak, I preview. So when I preview No More Parties on, feel me, TikTok, you know, this is when nobody's on this, you know. So me to preview because of how it reacted, I'm like, oh shit, you know, this is what I know my fans like. You feel me? I previewed Big Purr. They reacted. I know they like that. You feel me? You know, so I always just been, even with twinning them, just trying, and it's different sounds. You know, you'll hear a lot of, you know, I do a lot of melody passes in the studio, and I go crazy with, you know, my harmonies, and I'm very musically oriented, and I'm very, very nice when I'm, you know. And, you know, I when I leak my records, I think like, shit, this is the one. It's like when I post it, like when I'm about to post this shit on
You
whatever
ever find
I'm
out?
posting
Oh,
on.
I don't think it is.
Say it
Does that
again.
ever happen? Like you put something out and it's not received well, but you feel strongly about the record?
No, I never feel like that because I have fans and I always are catering to my fans. And I don't also, like, at the end of the day, this is my love. This is my way to vent and be able to cater to, you know, like, this is a way for people to relate, like, to get advice, I would say, through my music and teach these young girls and just for them to understand my story. And I put all my experience in my music. So I don't just do it for, like, numbers and shit.
Right.
Like, I do this shit because I really love this shit and I'm really nice at this shit, like, for real.
Right.
Like, when I went in and I just freestyled players, like, from the top, like, because we recorded that shit for 3 hours, nigga, like, nigga, and that shit ain't sound right. You know, it sounded too generic a little bit for
Right.
me. It sounded too radio for
Too
me.
forced.
It sounded a little too forced. So let me just go in there and try again. Let me just go in there and just do some melody passes. I ain't gonna sing. And, you know, if I do, you know, I'm gonna just, that's when I'm about to catch another flight. I'm about to make them want to bite, because I'm in the shit like, I just want to have a good night. But, you know, nigga, hold on. Let me see. Melody passes, right? Feeling that shit. Like, yo, you don't know about aiming on the rocks, living on the tea, smoking on the top rock, living in the cake, I mean in the lock, keep him on the rakes, I mean kill him on the clock. Like,
Hold up.
that's how I'm in there. Like, I'm not thinking about no lyrics. I'm just in there just
Just going.
flowing and vibing and feeling and nigga, yes.
And that's that authenticity that shines.
That shines. And you know, at that time I'm working on my album, so ain't nobody thinking about like nothing but just making great music. Ain't nobody knew what Players was gonna be, you know, because we just focused on making great music, you know. Shout out Johnny Goldstein, shout out Fresh, Felly, Saint, A-Time, D-Bly, you know, everybody that contributes to just you know, my success in my career. You know, when you asked me, you know, who's, you know, that's my, that, you know, that's who's,
Those are people.
you know, that's my people,
Right.
for real. Meek and
Who produced
being
it?
being a tourist though, I know you've been tucking records, like real personal records, for a long time.
yeah.
And is that what this next album is about?
This album is about to be like fucking crazy. So, like, I'm getting vulnerable for the first time. I have a song called Man's World on there, and I'm definitely touching on my story. And I wouldn't say it's a letter to my father, because it's not a letter, but it's like an open journal to just how I feel. And
Has he heard it?
nah, not yet. But
Because he'll leak it. Shout out to you, Zeno.
yeah, nah, he
Thanks for letting us know Blick Blick was coming. You know what I mean?
yeah, nah, he hasn't heard it, but I know he's gonna love it. I know he's gonna be proud of me because it's so good, and I'm singing my ass off, like, and also too, this album I got to record it during the success of having players. You know, Trendsetter, my last project was I would say my come up in my career as being signed and just going through, you know, the No More Parties era and the Twinning Them era, like all that shit was my come up.
Right.
And me learning this shit right here is like, nigga, what I've learned, what I soaked in. You feel me? I'm surrounded by great fucking people. I got great energy, amazing production, like amazing production. And
Are you nervous?
nah, I'm not nervous. I'm more anxious. Like, I'm more anxious to get it out. Like, I just can't wait to just drop and let the music, because when I recorded, you know, Self Love for Metro, you know, that was like I recorded that probably almost a year ago, probably less than a year ago, you know. And you know, it was like a idea, whatever, you know, we went back in.
Right.
But the fact that, like, the idea started a year ago.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so good. It's like, he knew that, like, obviously, I mean, I don't know if he knew he was going to be on you know, he was going to produce the whole Spider-Man album, you know what I'm saying? But he knew, like, yo, this self-love song fits the fucking soundtrack, and this is it. So when he called me, he's like, yo, you know, we got to finish this song. We got to, like, make this shit for Spider-Man. I didn't know that this song would be top. Like, you gotta understand, Sunflower with
Post Malone.
Like,
My daughters love that song.
you feel me? And Ray Schrimmerd, and that's how you say his name?
Ray Schremer.
Ray Schrimmerd, super talented, by the way. Like, I feel like that might, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way it's looking, and I hope it does. And regardless, like, where it's only been not even, like, 2 weeks? This shit is going crazy, man. And you would not expect that. So, no, like, I'm not thinking about numbers. I'm not thinking about, like, when I woke up, Saint sent me the numbers, like, yo, look at this shit. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, the whole project got, nigga, it's a million icons on there. And it's a beautiful soundtrack, but mine's is going crazy. I'm talking, you got the top artists on that motherfucking nigga, and my shit is going crazy with Metro. So, no, like, you can't think about it. At the end of the day, you have to worry about, that's how you stay grounded. Worrying about the morals and the boundaries and respect, and just still being able to do what you love and focus on, you know, like the things outside of music. I love to cook. I love to, you know, I love to clean. I'm very OCD. I love to eat. I love food. I love cars. I love outdoor. I love to get my hands dirty. You know what I mean? So I just feel like I'm, you know, Coi Leray is a brand, and, you know, every year I've leveled up from every song to every chart, to even just being a beautiful, amazing, smart woman, and very wise, forgiving, and, you know, very forgiving, loving, and just like, you know, I still got more things to learn, and I still got so many more icons to work with, and this is just the beginning of my journey of becoming, of being an icon.
What's your dream feature?
My dream feature, right now, like, I definitely would want an Ariana Grande feature. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
That'd be dope.
I ain't even gonna lie.
That'd be dope.
I also want to feature with Drake, of course. I mean, that's like, hello. And then, I don't know, there's so many amazing artists out there, like Billie Eilish, you know. I think she's amazing. Kendrick Lamar.
Benzino?
Would you?
Yeah, you want to know what's crazy? I actually redid Rock the Party.
Wow.
I ain't never dropped it. I wrote the whole shit and was just like on some shit one day. Shit is fire. I actually played recently, but yeah. Hell yeah. Shout out Mario Winans. I was ready to drop that shit. I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, cause you know, that song was fire. Like the video and everything.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, you know.
I wonder what happened to that verse.
So yeah, I want to feature with Benzino too. I do. Come
That's what
on.
I'm talking about.
It's only right.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
gonna be on
BET.
my you know, probably my graduation album.
Speaking of redoing, you know, joints from the past, BT's got this thing called Greatest Rap Crew of All Time. Whole bunch of crews, and a bracket. It's been broken down week by week. I want to get your opinion on the last two finalists, and who do you think is going to win and why?
Who is it?
We got Wu-Tang and Death Row.
Oh, I can't even tell you. I'm gonna be honest. I was born in 1997, and I know fucking. You know what I'm saying? B5, nigga. Like, to be honest with you, I can tell you about.
No, you don't know Wu-Tang.
You're not familiar with Method
Nah,
Man?
no Wu-Tang. How are you crazy?
Okay,
I'm not
right.
about to sit here and
You
tell you
said
like
it. You
who's
just
better
said
or
it.
not because I don't know enough
All
history
right,
and
Death
knowledge
Row.
on
All right,
both
Death
of
Row.
them. And I haven't expanded. I'm not gonna lie.
You don't have to be a scholar.
No, I'm not
Just
a
who do you
study. No,
prefer?
It's about who you feel.
Wu-Tang, they have, I mean, okay, I would say
we
Wu-Tang
go.
because they have
we go.
their shirt.
Wu-Tang!
Yo, Wu-Tang's fucking merch and everything, like
Global.
they're one of a kind for sure. So, and that's because they, like, that's something that is part of history that has been kept, like, still to this day in our generation. You got 16-year-olds wearing Wu-Tang. And because you want to know why, it was always for the kids. And it was always for the fucking culture. That's one thing I do know,
There you
nigga.
go.
Come on,
Yo,
don't play with me.
Wu-Tang
nigga.
is for the
I know my
kids.
shit. Don't play with me.
Yo, rest in peace, ODB, man.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
he was like, yo, I don't know. I'm from
Wu-Tang is for
97.
the
I don't
kids.
know.
Nah.
scared me,
No,
son.
because I don't want to, like I said, I
Wow.
don't want to compare and be like, I think
nah,
everybody's
nah,
great.
for
But
sure.
nah,
Nothing wrong with
for sure,
Nothing
no,
wrong
for
with
sure,
that,
Wu-Tang,
but-
for sure.
Wu-Tang.
I picked Wu-Tang to win the whole thing from
Yeah.
the rip. So
They should. They're very iconic, for sure.
dope. Okay, what's next?
Wu-Tang. What's next, mama?
Like in life. All right, so I invented a baby hair brush. I patent pended it.
You got some of them here?
No, it's actually being made in production right now. I'm in the sample part, but it's patent pended and it's so fire. And I invented it
Wait.
myself.
That's
It's
what's up.
patented?
Yeah, patented.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
it was patent pending 2 years ago.
Patent pending, right.
It was patent pending because I was like, this is when I first started my career.
But now you got it.
But now I got it, and I have a
Okay.
whole fucking nigga. This shit's about to be crazy. So, and then also too, when the Coi Leray braids, I have my own braiding hair coming. So that shit is super dope. My skin is flawless. Shout out to one of my best friends, Nico, my makeup artist. We have a lot of fucking great things coming in the beauty industry with just makeup and lip gloss and lashes.
Right.
And then, of course, I'm about to launch Coi Meets World, where I take you into my world and just show you my life outside of music.
Coi Meets World. That's
Yeah,
clever.
Coi Meets World. And then, actually, I've never took a lot of like vacations and trips like that. I went to the Jamaica for the first time, and I've been to Hawaii and the Virgin Islands, and
You
that's
mean
it.
Trevor out there?
Huh?
Trevor.
Trevor?
Yeah.
What, Trevor from back in the day? From Boston?
Oh, Trevor.
Trouble?
Nobody in here is an Eddie Murphy fan? God damn, that's crazy.
I'm like,
Trevor, you don't
Trevor?
remember Trevor?
Dexter.
Dexter.
Dexter,
So
yeah.
that's
I'm like,
crazy.
who the hell are you talking about,
No, I
bro?
didn't mean Dexter.
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
but I fucking love Jamaica, and I just realized that I want to travel more. I advise all the young, you know, everybody out there actually, not just young, like just everybody just in general to really take the time for yourself and travel because I was with my grandpa, I was with my mom, I was with my aunts. Excuse me, I was with my aunts and, you know, my team, and I took the first family vacation. It just felt so good, and I wasn't worried about nothing. And I feel like those are the times that that's what makes me cherish my career, is that I'm able to do those,
yeah.
you know, have these moments and take my family out. We got a big ass house. It's like mad bedrooms. I got a service, and you know what I mean? Like my grandpa told me, like, yo, listen, I ain't never, yo, Schnapps, he told me, like, this right here is going down in the family history. I'm never gonna forget this, Coi. Like, and you know, the plan is to take more family vacations, you know?
Yeah.
Keep Schnapps alive. Like,
Yeah,
I love
thanks.
him, you know, and
Yeah.
keep doing family things, keeping my family together, you know, and also to keep empowering young women out there, you know, keep putting on for my petite little, you know, team, you feel me? And yeah, for my petite team is just always, you know, just really just body positivity, 1000%, not caring what nobody has to say, fucking promoting confidence, positivity, and focus on being like the next girl and just, you know.
Do you feel pressure to change your body?
No, I don't feel no pressure because, like, you know, just like I tell anybody else, you feel me? Like this
The situation.
This
It's
situation is lit.
Situating.
This situation is a blessing, right? This situation is a blessing, and you know, that's all I can say. Like, I'm a blessing. Like God did right with me. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how could I want to change that? You know?
Right.
And I know that because when I look in the mirror every day and I see myself, I be like, damn. And you know, you can see my page and hop on my shit and see my comments or whatever and see how, you know what I'm saying, see what they talking about.
You know what I mean? You heard?
Keep it playing.
Like, yeah, keep it playing. That's how you keep it playing, you know,
I hear you.
yeah.
Any tours coming up?
Yeah, you know, so I fractured that's why I'm wearing a knee brace. I've been like dancing. I did summer jam with this knee brace. Yeah, like I've been going crazy. So I fractured my patella dancing, and just last year I got surgery on it. I have to get surgery on it again. So I am gonna go on tour, but I'm just right now planning. It's like, because I can't do so much, I want to make sure I'm able to just give and be connected and as personal with my fans as possible. So as we're planning a tour right now for the album, that's where we're at right now. So yes, I am gonna go on tour, but I just don't know like exactly how it's gonna be because
Just make sure
we're
my
in
expert
production.
opinion on that, you heard? Make sure the team on that.
Make sure y'all come to my show. Did y'all go to Summer Jam?
Nah.
Nah.
You didn't go to, why y'all make that face?
It was in Long
No,
Island.
Why you
not,
make
not,
that
it
face?
ain't
It
got
was
nothing
in
to do
Long
with it.
Island.
No, we had things to do. We had other things
Yeah,
to
we
do.
working.
Facts.
You know what I'm
We was
saying?
working.
You know.
That's it.
You
It ain't
working.
no slight
You
to a
working.
summer jam, and we just had
Yeah.
other shit
What
to
you
do.
mean? We've been promoting it for mad long. You ain't want to come see
but
nobody on
we
the
still
lineup?
had other stuff to do.
No, we were dead ass working.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. Well,
Oh,
I'm glad that y'all was working, but this was my first time at Summer Jam.
you ain't offer
And
nobody no
listen, this was I wish, because this is my first time at Summer Jam and I went crazy. My team went crazy.
I seen the performance. It was
Yeah,
dope.
it was
dope.
so good. I wish you guys would have seen it, but I'm gonna come back and perform here,
All right, cool.
and I hope that you guys come.
That would be my first time.
Yeah, you're gonna love the show.
I've
It was
never
amazing.
ever been to Summer Jam.
Oh,
Not once.
no.
Nope.
Well, you know, I feel like it's a great thing in our community that we're actually able to have a Summer Jam.
No, it's dope. It's
You know
dope.
what I
It's
mean?
absolutely
I
dope.
think that, you know, we have to keep coming together, keep supporting each other and figuring out, you know, these lanes for each other, you know, because
Right.
at the end of the day, it's like the only way these kids are going to learn is if we actually step in and be able to create these platforms and come together and, you know, and show them. And Summer Jam, you know,
It's one of those things.
It's one of those things.
Yeah.
You know?
This summer jam was more like all the up-to-date artists.
Yeah, but
All
I
the,
feel like, but
up-to-date
see, it
artists.
don't matter because at the end of the day, up-to-date artists, regardless, we still all deserve our respect,
That's
nigga.
a
Like
fact.
we all putting numbers on the charts. Like we all got the, you know what I'm saying? Like, and shout out to the DJ spinning our shit. Like we got the clubs going crazy. So, you know, I feel like giving that like coming and showing that love is important because, you know, that's the, you know, y'all would want it in return.
Have you ever got shaded by someone on the come up that you look back and you said, I remember when you did this. Now you want a favor.
I think nobody owe me nothing. I don't owe nobody nothing. I felt like at the end of the day, you was in my life for a reason. If you're not in my life no more, then that's for a reason, nigga. And that's it. I don't owe nobody nothing. You don't owe me shit.
Gotta get the females the roses now because they winning right now. You know what I mean? Y'all got it right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
For
I
sure.
want to see all y'all come together, all the females.
Me
You,
too.
Word.
The Ice Spice, Lola Brooks, Scarlett, all y'all together.
Yeah.
Ladies' night.
Yeah.
I want to see
Band from
the men
TV.
as the men.
Word.
We want to see all y'all come together.
Some band
You know what
from
I'm saying?
TV
Right.
type
I
shit.
agree.
You know, I
agree.
want
Me
to
too.
see. Oh yeah, come together.
Nah, me too. I feel like, listen, I think it would be dope. It will.
It would be
Listen,
fire.
because at the end of the day, ladies is running shit now. We forever running shit, and you know, y'all gonna continue to help us run shit because
Right.
you know we need y'all support because that right there is important. And you know, at the end of the day, like I agree with you. I feel like all of us women in especially in hip hop and the culture and just doing this music shit, like that's how you keep hip hop alive, right?
Right.
That's how you be able to kind of educate these kids. We gotta come together. We can't make it about, you know, the rap beef to me just don't make sense. Cause to me,
Right.
like if I don't know you personally, like I'm, you know, even then, like out of respect where I, you know, where I'm come from, my mother taught me like, if you're a human being, we can speak to it as a human being. I get it, you know, we could put on, you know, songs and whatever, but at the
Right.
same time, it's a different time. So let's like change the, you know, let's go with the time.
Maybe you can
know?
set the tone.
No, I already
No,
am.
she said.
I
it.
already am
But it's
1,000%.
you
Even
tell
with
me there's
Busta,
not
DJ Sage, and
there's not
just-
one part of you that's like, I just want to black out. Give me like 30 bars.
I did it on
and
Bitch Girl. On my album, Bitch Girl. I'll play it for y'all niggas.
There it is.
Yeah, but I said it respectfully, you know.
Right.
and-
Respectfully.
yeah,
Disrespectfully, respectfully.
Disrespectfully.
Respectfully, disrespectfully.
Respectfully.
In the words of 21.
Right.
Respectfully.
Well, we wish you so much success, so much happiness.
Okay, wait, so hold on before you end this interview. I just need one last thing from y'all.
What's that?
I need you guys to, you know, and if you feel this way, and I think it should be, because after this conversation,
There's a little
I would
piece
hope,
that you
so
left
I
out.
waited. No, hold on. I want you guys to be able to like, ooh.
Don't be nervous.
No, I'm not nervous. I'm thinking because I don't want to, like, I want you guys to be able to say and just give my father his flowers. Like,
Of course.
Oh, definitely.
like each and each, like,
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
what I'm saying?
Of
Like,
course.
I would just want you guys to give my father his flowers. real quick.
Absolutely.
Like,
Shout to
that's-
Benzino.
Man.
You heard?
yeah, like,
Zeno,
already know.
man, come up here, man. You know, that situation, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man, we here, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
no, meaning from the heart. Like,
No, definitely. What I was talking about earlier?
yeah, you
This
like,
is-
yeah,
And
yeah,
how
but
that was my
yeah.
only
Yeah,
connection?
that's
Yeah.
what we discussed, how that.
I'm giving your dad
Absolutely.
flowers in his face.
Yes, but flowers in the point of as far as just like man to man, we love you, we appreciate you, and that's it. Respect, like love and respect from
Right.
everyone. Like that's, you know, even from me. That's
Right.
what I want, right?
Right. No problem.
Like just love and
Yo.
respect.
Much love and respect to Benzino.
Thank you.
100%.
Much,
You want it right now?
I mean, come on. We
Yeah,
on the show,
I'm gonna
you
call
want
him
it-
tomorrow.
Oh, period.
Yeah, bang bang.
but I just want to say much love and respect to him for the simple fact that he was influential.
Thank
He
you.
was very influential and he was behind the scenes. In my personal opinion, it wasn't so much the music, it was more so the business. side of things, how he did business with magazine publications and how it affected me. So I appreciate you for that.
Period.
Real
I
shit.
love that. I love him. He's really a goat. I can learn a lot from him. For real. Not all goats, but he's very, very, very.
Queen of Boston, Coi Leray,
Thank you.
QOB.
We out of here.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.